Alrighty, ready, roo. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sam Spade Tech. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Hey, it has been a while. Once again, I apologize, guys. I used to stream every single day, like every day, right? I was on Kick, I was on YouTube, I was on TikTok. I had two streams on YouTube there for a while going. So, you know, I apologize, but life happens. Like life comes at you sideways sometimes, and we do what we can. But hey, I've been uh, preoccupied with my latest and greatest. That's right, folks. White Fang. That's what we call her, White Fang. Hey, who? Who's this? Who's coming in here? 777 at 777. Are you new here, buddy? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't normally give shout outs to people I don't know. But thanks for being here. Anywho, um, got a new truck, and this thing's been taking up a lot of my time. So just little odds and ends, like it needs a new turn signal over here, and it needs a what do you call it, fog light on the other side. So hold on. Did you have food, man? Anywho, it's been taking up a lot of my time. And we named her White Fang because this thing right here cut me when I jumped out of the car. So this week I got some new ones, but they were a little beat up. So I spent a good majority of the week sanding and painting some new running boards. So we're gonna get them installed. We're gonna get them installed probably next week. I got an appointment, as well as what do you call it? I got a new exhaust system as well. Let me open it with this. Does this open? Opens with Firefox. So I got a new exhaust system for it. I was gonna do it myself with a creeper that I picked up on Marketplace, but as soon as I sat on the creeper, it cracked in half. So is the exhaust legal? Yeah. I bought it online. And it's a dual exhaust system. Installation seems pretty easy because it's literally just 4 bolts. The old one is all welded together, albeit not very well. So they did not weld it together very well. But the new one is pretty straightforward. Yeah. And is it legal? I believe it is, but again, right down here, as it says, buyer expressly warrants that he or she is in compliance. And we're in a state where they don't really have emissions. So in our state, yes, it is absolutely legal. But currently, because I just picked the truck up secondhand, right? It doesn't even have a muffler on it. So this is not only an upgrade, but it also has a muffler system right off the catalytic converter too. So it's like right here, that's where it bolts in. And you got the muffler right after the catalytic converters, and then the pipes go the length of the truck. And now this one is nice because oh really? In your country, any exhaust that doesn't come with the vehicle is not legal. Didn't know that. I did not know that. Yeah, and again, every state over here is different, but it all depends too, like where you have the vehicle registered. So I have it registered in our state of Florida, and so like if I went to a different state, or if we end up moving to a different state, I'll have to get it registered there, and they may or may not do an inspection on the vehicle. But this exhaust is nice because you can turn the pipes out the side, which I think I'm going to go that route where the exhaust comes out behind the back tire on either side right here, or you can have the pipe extend all the way to the back bumper, which either way it looks good. Right here you can kind of see it coming out the side. Yeah, I already checked it. I know. We're not in a emissions state. So they don't have emissions. So that you don't even need, technically you don't even need an exhaust. But yeah, I did check already. So no worries there. But like I said, if we end up moving to a different state, I may have to go back to the stock exhaust. But again, so like here, you can have them coming out the back end or coming out the side. So I think I'm going to opt for having them come out the side because I plan on like doing some hauling with a trailer right here. So it'll keep the trailer a little bit cleaner if the exhaust is coming out the side. That way it'll just go like around the trailer instead of going right into the trailer. So, you know, just a little bit of forward thinking. But yeah, the exhaust is nice. Plus it's the black tips, so it'll look great on the truck. But like I said, I've been doing that, hanging with that most of the week, getting some new running boards on here. You know, the few odds and ends. I got a new antenna for it. This light's out and the turn signal's out. I got that on order. And other than that, it's got like a 3 or 4 inch lift on it, some new tires and rims, tint all around, which, you know, that might be illegal as well. Not sure. Sound check. What do you mean sound check? Sound check. Can you not hear me? Oh, you're saying exhaust sound check. Yeah. I can show you what the new one's going to sound like. Let's see. This one. Let's see. Yeah, so it's this one here. It's this one here. And there should be, yeah, here's a video. Can y'all hear that? Let me grab my headphones. I can't hear it because if I put it on my speakers, then y'all get a wicked echo, but it's nice. And right now, like I said, it doesn't even have a muffler, so whoever did it, I think, like welded it together themselves.
Your truck an aggressive, throaty growl and killer good looks with Rough Country's dual catback exhaust system. These durable exhaust systems are fine-tuned to improve airflow and deliver the perfect aftermarket exhaust note that will put a smile on your face every time you hit the gas. Each kit features a set of high-temp resistant dual-wall 304 black stainless tips with RC logo for an improved aggressive look. Transform your truck today and let your engine roar with the best exhaust kit money can buy.
And like I said, right now, the exhaust on it doesn't have a muffler, and it kind of sounds like that. But if it actually sounds like that, it's actually going to sound better once I get this new exhaust on there. And this new one has a muffler, so I don't know what they were thinking when they put this other exhaust on there. But that sounds awesome. Yeah, I hope so. And like I said, whoever put the exhaust on there, they welded it themselves, and they did a really bad job. I'll take some pictures of it when we get the old one taken off of there to show you, like, because it looks like it was a DIY basically. So they just took some pipes that they had laying around and like welded them together in whatever fashion they decided. It's not like an aftermarket or a bolt-on or any of that. It's just pieced together. Yeah. And this one is a 2017. So I forget when this style came out. But I want to say from 2004 to 2020, all the body and engine components are more or less the same. But mine's from 2017, so it's nice. And I just picked it up, so it's been taking a lot of my time. I want to get some new tail lights and some new headlights eventually, but yeah, it's new to me, right? New to me. But the biggest problem with this exhaust is it leaks. So, like, you can smell the exhaust in the cab because whoever welded it together had no idea what they were doing. And you can see, like, holes in the exhaust, and, like, I mean, it doesn't take much, just a little pinhole from the exhaust, and you'll have gas in the cab. So, right now, it's pretty bad. Like, it smells in the cab, but we get the new exhaust on there. That should fix everything. If not, then there may be another exhaust leak, and we'll just have to figure that out. But getting that pipe replaced, plus the one on this side is not even attached. The pipe back here, it looks like he must have been like mudding or something and snapped off the two connectors, so it's definitely leaking back here. But either way, it's like right at the end of the tailpipe, so yeah, there is, I think, because well, with the new exhaust, this one said that it improves the airflow and will help increase the MPGs. So we'll see about that when we get the new one on, because right now I'm only averaging about 13 miles per gallon, which, you know, it's a truck, so not great, but not horrible. Like, it could be worse. My buddy has like an S10 or Suburban or something. Anyway, the guy that's going to work on it has I think it's a S10. It's like a SUV Suburban, and he's like, yeah, I get like 10 miles to the gallon. I'm like, 10? I mean, I'm not far off, but I think these are supposed to get like 17 or 18 miles to the gallon and then 20 on the highway. So, you know, just a few things. We got to tighten it up. It's old, but so far I love it. I love it. Once we get this new exhaust put on, I think it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Yeah, it really is. And I just installed a new stereo system into it. Let me see. I just installed a new stereo, and I was gonna try and stream that, but I was out there like most of the day. It was a lot of troubleshooting. I don't know that it would have been a very interesting stream or video because the instructions were horrible, right? So let me look this up. Should be sure. Was it this one? Which one is it? Yeah, this is probably the best
be able
one.
to program your
All right.
installation.
So
How's it going, guys? In
yeah,
today's video,
this
we're
is
gonna
the
take a look
exact
at
one
this
I got.
Acer Android.
So he's got the Tundra. So this one is made specifically for the Tundra. His came with the rear view camera. Mine didn't come with that. It's already got the rear view cam, but this thing is badass, dude. I'll skip over the installation and show you once he's got it installed here. There you go. So this is what it looks like installed. It's specific for the Tundra, and it is awesome. It's got CarPlay, Android Auto, and it definitely gives the speakers more fidelity and works with the amplifier a little bit better. The old stock stereo, I mean, the screen on it was probably as big as just like, I don't even know. The screen was like maybe that big. And this thing is 13.1 inches. It's absolutely massive. But again, I was going to stream it or even make a video of it, but like if you've ever installed a stereo, it's a mess out there. Like you're like pulling wires, you're pulling harnesses, you're trying to figure out all this stuff, and it's not conducive for me to shoot a video. I tried, and then my tripod was not functioning properly, so I was just like, you know what, let's just get this thing in. But it came with a 4G antenna, and it came with a GPS antenna and a SIM card slot as well. So if you go to your mobile carrier, you can pop in a SIM card, and then your truck has internet right in there. Of course, you know, you have to pay for an extra fee. What's that? The stereo or the car? Yeah. No, and they have some of these stereos that are like longer. Oh, yeah. No, they have some of these stereos that are longer, right? And it actually takes out, hang on. Where is it? So it actually, they're taller, right? And it actually takes out your climate control and your hazards and all these buttons. And then they're controlled through the tablet, and that particular model, so like this whole thing right here is your screen, and I didn't really like that model. It did look kind of cleaner, I guess you could say, because it was all embedded into the dash and it kind of looked seamless. Hey, what's good? What's up, guys? Al Jabri. Just talking about my stereo again. And Purified. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. But I didn't want to go with that one in case, like you said, wait till the stereo breaks, right? Because then we're in Florida, and I do not want to be out without AC. Plus, that one that was embedded, that one was like $1,000. $1,000. This one was only 300. So for what it's worth, you know, and you keep the temperature controls. So Ghost. Yeah, so what's gonna hurt? The stereo? I mean, so far it's working good. There was, like I said, the instructions to install it were very, very vague, if like it was basically just a diagram. And then it had a CAN bus box. Oh yeah. Yeah, for that one. Yeah, $1,000 for that. Yeah, that's why I didn't go for that one. Plus, I prefer the landscape rather than top and down. And I wanted the control knobs for all my AC and everything. I wanted to keep those because I like the physical knobs for those, and then having the buttons and stuff. Plus, you've got your defrost, and it's like I don't want to mess with the fucking tablet to change the temperature or to hit the defrost on my window. Like, no, just just get this one. It's $300 versus 1,000, right? So that's why I went with this one. I kind of like it that it pops out like this because it makes it easier to reach. Plus, with the other one, this is enough real estate to have to look at while you're driving. I I don't really like the Tesla screens or having a screen that would be that big because it's like, ha- you know, like where am I looking? Where am I looking? Where am I looking? And while I'm like, I like that when I'm at my desk, like I like having a lot of real estate to to use, but that's because I'm focused on my desk. When I'm driving, when I'm driving with it, uh, I prefer just a nice glance over. Yeah, this I just installed this in the Tundra, and it has Android Auto and it has CarPlay. So actually, through this CarLink right here, this app right here, CarLink 2.0, that is the CarPlay. So that app links up an iPhone for CarPlay, and I think he showcases it here. Yeah, right here. So you can just link it up. You got CarPlay. But yeah, with this stereo, like I still maintained my stock microphone. Um all the steering wheel controls work, and you can like roll up to like Starbucks or McDonald's or whatever and hook up to the Wi-Fi, and then you can download any Android app that would work on like a tablet, because see it's got the Play Store right here. Um, so it's basically a tablet. It's freaking amazing. And it's got I want to say it's got like a quad core. Okay. All right, man. Hey, good luck on the exam. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in, man. Hey, Purified, you still with us? How you doing, Purified? But yeah, so it's basically an Android tablet. The only thing I don't like about it, the user interface is kind of all over the place. Like the radio, this is the radio. It's nothing fancy. It does play movies, so that's nice because we can put movies on here for the boy while we're driving, and then he can be entertained. It's got this is the user interface for the tablet, so it's just like real basic, which is fine. Especially like I said, while you're driving, you don't want a lot of craziness going on. But you got your web browser, and again, like you're not gonna be using this while you're driving. I guess DAB is another radio station kind of thing. It's got a built-in equalizer. That's nice. The equalizer interface was pretty nice. Where'd it go? This part. Yeah, this is kind of nice. So you can like grab this and like move the sound to where you want it. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. But and again, so the user interface is kind of all over the place. Like this looks nice, this particular one, but then, you go to like the settings, and like this thing, it's got like a home button, which I like. Honestly, I just kind of get it out of the way because it just takes you to shortcuts to all the apps, and like I don't need that while I'm driving. Yeah, and so here's the instructions on this, and like user manual, which is built in. It's not very helpful, in my opinion. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I've been doing. I would have streamed that, but it just whenever I do like a IRL stream, I can't see the chat all the time, so it's a little difficult. Plus, I can only stream to Kick. I haven't tried multi-streaming from my phone, but I feel like that would really drain the battery if I was multi-streaming. So for the most part, I would only stream to Kick if I stream from my phone. Or YouTube. I could do one or the other, but I don't think I would do both at the same time. But I'll try it one of these days. Yeah, and see, his has like a Ferrari looking thing. That's the other thing. You can't change this home interface at all. So this is it. This is what it looks like all the time. You can't change any of these down here, right? You can't move these around. You can't take them away or whatever. They're always here. These are the only ones you can change. You can have 5 apps right here, and that is it. You can't change this. You can't change this. Can't change this. So, and that's just the home screen. Now, I did figure out a setting to, like, when it first starts up, to automatically launch an app. So I did that, so it automatically launches the CarLink. So as soon as I turn it on, it automatically goes to CarPlay, which is nice. But again, I wish there was, maybe that's what I should do. I should make a video going through the actual settings of the radio, because some of the settings can be confusing. Yeah, I know. And actually, his has the Ferrari on it, and I don't know, it might just be an update. Mine is actually like, it looks like a Tesla. It's probably not a Tesla, so I have to look at a Tesla, even though I'm driving a truck. And they really should, especially since this particular stereo, I guess, was custom made for the Tundra. So why didn't they put a Tundra right there? I mean, the harnesses that it came with were custom made for the Tundra. At least one of them was. The other one, I don't know what that's for. So, you know, it probably does fit into some other cars. But again, this is the one I went with. It was $300. Take it or leave it. You know, if this is your cup of tea, if you like this, I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah. Oh, maybe. Maybe. No, I would never buy a Tesla. Absolutely not. A Ferrari, maybe. Maybe. Nah, if I ever made that much money. If I made that much money, I don't think I'd spend it on a Ferrari. I would buy some land somewhere, and then some tools. Some tools, maybe a 3D printer would be fun. But yeah, I mean, again, I just wish you could change this. So like, you know, how hard would it be? Like, oh, upload a car model. That's literally all you need right here, is just a picture, right? If I just had a picture of the car. Oh, and it also hooks into the doors. So anytime you open the door, a little car will pop up in the middle of the screen. And I think he does show that, but I can find out where that is. I don't know. Anyway, it's a great stereo, great truck. Just, you know, like anything else, it's got a few things, few odds and ends that we got to fix up. So, what is this one? Yeah, see, like, and I like mine because it doesn't block the vents. Some of these though do block the vents. I think this guy's got a Ford. Yeah, so I guess it can go into other cars. This looks like the same exact screen, and he's got his F-150. So, and then what is this one? Asher in a Chevy GMC. So this looks again like the same stereo in a GMC. So it's a nice stereo, and oh yeah, I've seen one where they put it in the Jeep Wrangler, and see there, it looks like it's covering up the vents, but not too bad on this one. But they make some decent stereos. Yeah, huge. What is that in? Is that his GMC? Oh, Silverado. Yeah, see, look at this. This guy covers up his entire, look at this. Covers that vent, probably covers another entire vent over here. Yeah, that looks horrible in a Silverado. I'm sorry. It does not look good. But also it supports up to, I think, 3 or 4 cameras. So you can put the front camera in, you can put like the side mirror cameras in. Yeah, it is a TV. I think it actually has in the settings, I saw somewhere where it was asking about the TV, like TV settings. So I think there might be like a TV app you can get. Yeah, let's see. Hold on. Is he? Yeah, it's completely covering up his other vent. Look at this. His other vent is right here with his air freshener. Okay, he should. Why would you put your USB port over there? What the fuck? Why would you do that? Oh my god. That looks like a fucking nightmare. Are you kidding me? Fucking put a zip tie on that, buddy. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Put a fucking zip tie on there. Yeah, so it covers up his, yeah. So again, on mine, fits perfectly. Doesn't block the vents. This poor bastard, both of his vents are blocked. I know. I know. Yeah, and the stock, like the stock lines, are nice to have, but I can't shut them off. Like the stock lines are on there. But when you're reversing now and you turn the wheel, like it actually turns the curve to show you where your car is going, which is nice. But yeah, for what it is, like, yeah, oh man, and it's like right there on his freaking, is that a shifter? Oh, that's horrible. Yeah. And again, this is all personal choice. For this particular car, I don't think I would have gone with that screen. I probably would have gone with a smaller one because it's like blocking everything and it's even hitting the shift knob. Yeah, I don't think. Not good. Not good. Oh yeah. Yeah, the password for all the factory and the developer mode is 3368, by the way. In case anyone's wondering. But it's a great stereo, you know, if it fits your car. Yeah, I think this guy. This guy already had a stereo in here, and he's like, fuck man, I found this one, and just look at this thing. Yeah, watch this guy. This guy was pretty good. I'm not playing the audio just because I don't want to get too many copyright strikes. I'm probably going to get a few as it is. Yeah, he stuck his up there. I don't know. Jeeps to me, like, I like Jeeps, but they're just too much junk. Too much junk, man. Look, he's got fucking doodads all over this fucking thing. And of course he's playing Weird Al Yankovic. Of course he is. But yeah, like I said, the user interface for the stock stereo is not great. Look at this. He's got fucking this hanging here. He's got this hanging here. This fucking guy. What is he doing? He's got this handle here. Got fucking bucket back here. Like, what are you doing, dude? But yeah, and even this one, like, look at this. It's blocking the vents a little bit. He's got the fucking microphone here. Anyway, it's behind his steering wheel even. So again, you know, aesthetically, like this one, maybe a 10-inch screen would have been better for this particular model. then it wouldn't be blocking as much. I don't know. I just on the Tundra, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Where it sits, doesn't block anything. Yeah. So, you know, to each their own. Aesthetically, it's whatever you want. If he enjoys the 10-inch thing and it doesn't bother him, good. Good on him. You know? Or the 13-inch, I should say. Behind the steering wheel, it would bug the crap out of me if it was behind the steering wheel. That would just drive me nuts. But yeah, so he's fucking with the settings and ooh, extreme close up. Look out. Oh, he changed the background on his. Oh yeah, I think I did change the background. So you can change the wallpaper. That's about it. Like back here. See how he's got the rocks and stuff? You can change that. Yeah. He's got the Ferrari too. How come mine's got the Tesla? I mean, it's not. Look at, he's got more fucking doodads up here. More doodads, doodads. I guess maybe it's not behind the wheel. Maybe just that angle of where the camera was made it look like it was behind the wheel. Yeah, so you can still hit your windows, which, yeah, I don't know why they put the window rollers right there. I mean, I do know why, because you can take the doors off on a Jeep. So. Yeah, his fingers are right there. That's a good point. When he's turning, he's gonna hit that thing every time. Especially with those big friggin' meat paws he's got. Those big old meat paws. Anyway, it's great stereo. I love it. Kind of techie. I love it. What can I say? So yeah, a few things. Monday. I think Monday. I got it scheduled. Gonna get the new what do you call them? Side skirts or what are they called? I can't think of it right now. You know, the steps. Gonna get the friggin' step ups put in. Get those put in and the exhaust, and then hopefully that solves the exhaust problem. If not, like, I don't know, we'll go from there. But I'm hoping this will fix it up and it's gonna make it sound awesome. No, they're not. I mean, basically, they're stairs. It's got a 3-inch lift. They're running boards. Thank you. Thank you. Running boards. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, see, like, these are okay. Like, this little, it's all right, right? But for me, like, God, like, just make the whole thing a screen. Like, don't have the buttons on the side over here, you know? Just make that whole doubled in the screen, right? And then just have like an accessory piece. Like, I don't understand why they don't have that. Like, just make a little accessory piece with a couple buttons and a USB sticks, like externally, so you can plug in to it instead of having it on the side there. These are cool too, the little dash units. Those are cool. I had one of those in my Jeep. I actually had a Jeep for a little bit. Um, but yeah, so hey, sure, guys, look them up. I got it at Walmart for less than $300, and the tech support was pretty good because I had a couple questions on a few things, and they got right back to me. It was literally the box that it came with, right? So it had 2 wiring harnesses, and there was, they call it the CAN bus. So basically, it's like a computer that talks to your particular car. And the harness that I used had the wrong CAN bus in that bag. The other harness had the CAN bus box that I needed. So I just installed the box that was in with my harness, thinking that's the one I need. Yeah, yeah, at high speeds. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you know, for the most part, like, what do you need it for? Honestly, GPS, right? And it's got GPS built in, okay? So, uh, it came with a GPS antenna, and GPS is free. So, there's a few apps out there. I think what's the one? Here we go. Here we go and Sygic, to where you can just download offline maps. So if you're like going across country and you get like spotty Wi-Fi or whatever, or spotty cell service, you can just download a couple of these apps ahead of time. Okay, you got to download the app ahead of time because you download, like, let's say the state of Florida. So you can download the entire like Google map of the state of Florida, um, and put it directly on the stereo, because the stereo itself has, I think, 64 gigs of storage built in. I think it's an 8-core processor and like 4 or 5 gigs of RAM, something like that, 4 to 6. So it's a pretty beefy, it's a beefy like little tablet. It really is. Um, but so I did that. I put a bunch of like books, like off-road books and things on the tablet already. I put a couple movies, and then I put a couple, or what I want to do is download some music, right? Well, I have some music. I got to put it on a thumb drive, put some music on there in case, again, we're going cross country, we hit a spot where there's no service. We can just quick, switch it right over, which will be nice. Switch it to local files, right? So and listen to that or watch a movie for that time that we don't have service. um you know Stuff like that. There's something else I was going to put on. Oh, the maps. So I got to download that app for the stereo, and then download a couple maps for going cross country. And then with the built-in GPS, you can just use the antenna and you don't have to use your cell service. Or sometimes when you're using GPS on your cell phone for a long time, first of all, it drains your battery like a mother. And it also heats up my phone. Like, I don't know about y'all, but my phone gets super hot. It gets hot when you're using GPS for any sort of extended period of time. So if you can offload that onto um, onto the stereo, that would be beneficial to save battery on your phone, which, especially if you're on the road, you don't want to, you know, hit a spot where you don't have a service, first of all. But like, let's say something happens, it's an emergency, and your battery's dead. Now what? Car might be kaput, like can't start the car or something, stuff happens, right? um Heaven forbid an accident, right? So, you know and then your cell phone's dead from using the what do you call it, GPS all day. What's the space in gigabytes, and does it get hang? And AI assistant. Well, it has 64 gigabytes of space on the stereo, and it's got 2 high-speed USB ports, and I have a 128 gig SSD or thumb drive, right? So I can use that high speed. So essentially, extending the storage even further. Um, but what do you mean by does it get hang? Does it get lag, you mean? Like, does it freeze or stutter? I have not experienced any sort of freezing or stuttering just yet, or any hang or lag. It's got a pretty beefy processor. Like I said, it's pretty state of the art. It's pretty new, and the build quality. is very nice. It's metal, it has a metal housing, so it's like a sturdy tablet. It really is. AI assistant, I don't believe it has one built in. However, you could probably download one, because any Android app that you can think of, you can put on here. So I don't know if you can run like a local AI, right? Because that I think takes up a lot of space and storage. Also, I feel like you need a lot more processing power for some of the AI assistants, you know. Um, but that's a good question. That is a good question. AI might be fun to mess around with, especially on a road trip, right? Um, oh, Frank is here, reminding me that it is lunchtime. So, on that note, I'm going to take a quick break. Oh, 1 second. AI assist Siri and all are good while driving for calling. Oh, yes. Well, with that CarPlay, I have all the capabilities of Siri already. So she will read text messages. She responds. You can say, hey Siri, yada yada. And there's actually even a talk button. Brazilla. What up, Brazilla? How you doing, brother? Welcome in. We're just chatting it up. I was just talking about my stereo yet again. This thing's beefy, man. I love this stereo. I absolutely love it. I did a review on Walmart because that's where I bought it. Right. Did a review for them because I've done a couple of reviews for Walmart and they give you like $5. When's IRL? I know. I need to be doing I want to do some more IRL. Well, that's what we're preparing for, man. We got the stereo hooked up. I'm gonna be installing new exhaust on Monday because the exhaust has a leak in it, so that's got to be fixed because it stinks in the cab right now because you can smell the exhaust, right? So we're getting the exhaust fixed on Monday, and we're getting new running boards. He wants to see America. Well, so do we. So do we. So tune in. You will see it. We're going to be doing some IRL cross country. We'll be streaming as much as we can. But let's see. See you after lunch. I'm not going to lunch. Frank is going to be having lunch. Frank and Leia, we have 2 cats. Daily? Maybe we will do a daily routine. You know what I'd like to do? Like some morning, like, you wake up and like the sun is coming up, you're like camping out in the mountains. Like that would be awesome to do something like that. So, yes, I would love to do like a daily morning ritual type thing, like wake up, make some coffee or some tea and just chat, just chat about life. You know what I mean? But no, I'm not eating lunch. I just have to feed the cats because he's gonna cry until I feed them. So talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Brazilla, welcome in. I'll be right back. Like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Yeah, I know. No, we're having lunch. It's lunchtime here. I know cats really are a-holes. They really are. right, guys, we are back. Yeah, like I said, it only takes a few minutes. I just have to feed them because they're on wet food. We used to have a cat feeder, so it would like just go off throughout the day. That was nice, but then we had to change them over to wet food instead of the dry food. So, but yes, cross country is coming, guys. Just be ready. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. 2K. So what else is going on, guys? Brazilla, are you a doctor yet? I know you still have your internship and stuff you got to do. Um, but did you pass your exam? How'd that go? Doctor, not so happy. How you doing, brother? Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for stopping in. What's everybody up to today? Let's see. Results in 1 month. Okay, got it. Got it. Oh, you're free. Oh, so are you free until the results come in, or do you still have some schooling you got to do? Oh, pardon me. Uh-oh. Microsoft just ended Xbox again. I keep hearing like back and forth with this. Oh, nice. Let's go. What are you gonna do with your free time? Gotta have something. Gotta have a hobby, right? Maybe some coding, do some Linux distros. Um, that's right. AI. There you go. There you go. That's right. That's right. You're working on your AI. Um, I can't again. I don't know if anybody else knows anything about this. I've been hearing like back and forth about Xbox, right? Like they're coming out with a new system, and then like a week later they're like, oh, they just axed the next Xbox. It's over. It's all over. Oh, they just hired this lady who's you know, head of AI vice president or something. I don't know what she was. Um, saying that they're going to do the same thing to Xbox. So I'm just like, I don't even know what to think. What can you do with 128 gigs of DDR2? I don't know. What can you do? Let's see. I gotta clear my history, dude. Like, cause that's what the algorithm is pretty heavy on. What do you call it? Like your history. So if you're watching like whatever, it'll throw in more videos from those people. Like I've been looking at a lot of Tundra stuff. That's a nice Tundra. 1794 edition. Look at that thing. Anyway, then it'll throw in new stuff in the mix like this, like whatever this is, whatever the hell this is, this getting checked out by whatever. And then build a smart oil drain plug. Okay. Rusted frame. Anyway, just clear your history, and that should fix any of this weird stuff that they're putting in on your algorithm. YouTube's killing animation? Why? The Grizz. Yeah, see, like this type of stuff. This will be fun. Let's see here. But yeah, I have seen the last couple of days. It's over. Linux wins. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying too about Linux, like there's been a lot more of people switching over to Linux, which I think is great. So I think also like if you're on Windows 10 and you don't want to upgrade to Windows 11. Oh, you're sharing your screen in Discord? Okay, hang on 1 second. Oracle targets Microsoft. What are you working on? Oh, currently you don't have a mic. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Um, but yeah, so Microsoft, I saw actually on my last stream, I think it was, we were talking about how HP, Dell, and Lenovo all dropped Microsoft as like their main uh, OS. So they're going to start installing Linux on a lot of their systems, um, like out of the box. So if you go to Dell.com or HP.com or Lenovo, like you can buy laptops with Linux already pre-installed. So I'm not sure what distro they're going with, and maybe they'll have their own proprietary distros. If they were smart, they would. They would have their own proprietary distro. So let's see. And now we go live with Brazilla streaming live. We're gonna check out his work here. Hello, hello. I don't know if you can hear me. So basically, he is working on an AI program, I think, about diagnosing, right, illness through your like retinal scan, which is pretty amazing, right? So I don't know if this is like new. It's not really new science because you showed me there's like some old school charts that show, people have been doing this for like generations, right? So there's like old, like ancient charts that kind of show you, you know, all the things, all the patterns in your eye that link to certain parts of the body, right? Oh, he's using the pen tool here. It looks like the pen tool in graphic design here. So he's mapping this part of the eye so that it can register. Are those like eyelashes? It's crazy. Those look like, yeah, there's eyelashes like over top of the eye. Yeah, that's making it very difficult for the computer to pick out what's the eye and what's not. Need a little bit of high res image of the eye, right? So you probably need highest resolution of the eyeball. My brother would probably really like this because he is an optometrist. So he would love this work, I'm sure. All right, so that is the iris, yes? Yeah, now you can go back and fine tune all your points. Yeah. Well, that's a lot of work. So now this is kind of your data set for the I don't know what they would call it. It's not an LLM, right? Large language model. So what are you uh you're feeding this into the engine or something? VLM. So that's like visual learning model, I'm assuming. Yep. That's the thing. Very cool. Yeah, and I do think if nothing else, because like, they're trying to make all these use cases for AI, like AI. AI needs to be used in the medical industry. Like, I think that is a perfect use case for it because a lot of these doctors No offense, Brazilla. A lot of these doctors over here are fucking worthless. They don't care about the patients. They don't really look at further than what are your symptoms and what pill do I have that'll make that go away. And that is it. They don't go, why, what do you think is causing this? Like, is it hereditary? Or, are you being exposed to something? Is it something you're eating? Like, they don't care. The doctors over here just do not care anymore. And it's really sad. And it is very upsetting, really. Um, so take care when you're a doctor. That's all I can say. So pretty cool, man. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna jump off of here. Yeah. Well, in America, over here in America, a majority of the doctors, it's just a job for them. That's all it's become. It's like, oh, got to clock in today. I'll see some patients, and then I'll get the out of here and go home. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I see. I see. It's a local host. That's good. That's good. Yeah, you got to get a desktop to be running stuff like this. Um, or a beefy laptop. You can get some pretty beefy laptops, I can tell you that. But my laptop's pretty good. It's like an i7. Um, I know. Yeah. And they're expensive. Oh boy. I don't know if you can hear that. Frank's crying. Linux command. Did you freeze up? Oops. Did you freeze up? Or are you checking your settings? Dun, 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 dun. You still with us? Oh, there you go. You still with us? Oh, there you go. Ah, here it is. Ah, here it is. I apologize. Frank is like screaming back here. Apologize. Frank is like screaming back here. Yeah, I see the Legion. Isn't that's a good laptop though? I see the Legion. Isn't that's a good laptop though? Yeah, let me mute that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so that's a good laptop. Yeah, so that's a good laptop. Rating graphics. Yep. Rating graphics. Yep. Yeah, not a bad little system. Yeah, not a bad little system. Zinc air battery? What's a zinc air battery? Never heard of that. It's a zinc air battery. Never heard of that. That's pretty crazy. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff, man. I think they're just messing with you. A zinc air battery? Messing with you. All right. Zinc air battery? I'm going to jump off of here. I'm going to jump off of here. Sorry. Sorry, that echo was driving me crazy there. But thank you for showing me what you're working on, man. That's pretty cool. That's good stuff. Let's see here. But yeah, so like I was saying earlier, Microsoft, I don't know what the hell they're doing. I really don't know. Or should I say Microslop, right? Microslop. Sell Microsoft. Sell it. Ooh, is it on Mad Money even? No way.
Worried about his Microsoft position, literally saying, I'm very concerned about owning.
Let's see. So all these data will be exported as XML format. Right on.
Microsoft and thinking that perhaps I should sell some, if not all. Maybe this is a contrarian indicator that it's time to buy, because that's what the insiders are doing. You look at a director at Microsoft, and he bought recently nearly $2 million. This is from an Insider IQ report from Flash. And so I'm looking at this and I see that Microsoft stock is down around 15% year to date. And it makes me wonder, is Microsoft cheap? And what are the reasons that the stock is coming under pressure? So we're going to talk about Microsoft's business model, and I think some of the key challenges, concerns, investors.
That's a good point. I wonder if they're doing this on purpose to tank the stock price because they know they're about to pivot and either sell the company, like, or merge it with someone else, or just like come out with something that just shoots it through the roof.
Investors have, as there is a transformation that is going on with the business right now. My own personal conclusion is that I'm not likely to pull the trigger on Microsoft because, frankly, I think there are better plays out there. We'll talk more about that in just a second. If you enjoy educational investing,
yeah, I don't think so. I don't want to watch an investing video at the moment. This one says the Windows era is over, and Microsoft knows it. You shared a link where you already worked on 15 images for over on Discord. Yeah, Microslop can't be this dumb. Yeah. So also speaking of Discord, okay, just give me 1 second. Let's see. The Windows era is over, and Microsoft knows it. Yeah, Microslop. Yeah. So speaking of Discord, right? People over on Discord were jumping on Microsoft's Discord, and they actually got the Discord server to shut down because people were spamming Microslop, 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 like all over the Discord, like calling Microsoft Microslop like nonstop. So they actually shut the Discord down.
What you guys got another video? The Windows era is over, and Microsoft know it.
Yeah,
For more than 3
they
decades,
do.
one product defined personal computing, and that is Windows. It powered our homes, our offices, our schools, our hospitals. It made Microsoft the most powerful software company in the world.
It
This
really
is all,
did.
of course.
All right, give me 1 second. Back to Discord. Let's see here. You sent me a link. Let's see. Okay, so this is what you've been working on. This is XML. Okay, so yep. Size 15. And this is for creating What did you say? Shared a link with already worked on 15 images. Right. Okay. So this is what it's going to be trained on. That looks like the pupil, all your data points, da 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 da. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like your images need to be a lot bigger, you know, because you're not going to get much resolution of the iris or of the eyeball at all at 320 by 280. I know you want to use small images to uh, make it easier to train, but I feel like you really need more resolution, no? I don't know, just a thought. It would definitely add to processing time. Mm. Oh. So it changes the image into code that it can see, or what? That's enough for it to learn. Okay. Well, I mean, so higher resolution wouldn't make a difference? Yeah, and I figured a larger resolution is going to well, it's going to increase everything, processing time, time yeah, processing time primarily, and learning time, training time. It will increase everything. Gotcha. Gotcha. I mean, I feel like it always does. Resolution always matters, as well as file size. File size always matters. Very important. Very important. File size, and then, like I said, file size and resolution size. But if it's working, it's working. Yeah, I agree. That's what I've always said is file size always matters and resolution definitely matters as well. But file size always matters. Always.
according to social media. Now, we know Windows is full of bloatware, it's full of Copilot and AI, it's had
That
monstrosities
it
added to it like
is.
the start menu, it's full of telemetry and data collecting.
Oh,
No one really likes Windows 11,
right.
according to the social media outlets. And
Raise your hand if you've ever used Copilot. Not me. I have yet to use Copilot. And I think like of all of the AIs that are out there, I think like 1% of people have used Copilot or are using Copilot. And they're putting all this money into Copilot and pushing it into their operating system, so much so that it's driving people away from their operating system. I mean, they put it in Paint, for Christ's sake, and Notepad, for Christ's sake. Oh, your dad has used it? Okay. I don't use
websites,
it.
people just hate on
Look
Microsoft
at this.
and Windows and Bill Gates and the
It's in
CEO
Paint.
of Windows. It's
It's
full of
in
adverts
Notepad.
everywhere. And this is the real
Yeah, the adverts. Oh my God.
and Bill Gates and the CEO of
Look at this. You got advertisements right here. Oh, look, games for you. And these aren't games that are on your computer. These are games that you can go and download. Oh, you want to show me Copilot use case in VS Code so I can show you how easy it made your works. For instance, I will show you how I vibe code if you want. Are you talking about how you use Copilot? So you actually use Copilot, Brazil?
Windows. It's full of adverts everywhere. And this is the real big issue with Windows 11. A lot of people just
Chat GPT is still the best. Yeah, honestly, I've gotten kind of away from some of these AIs, but um, my girlfriend uses Chat GPT because she's writing a book and she uses it to help brainstorm and refine some of her ideas and some of her writing. Gotcha. Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure it's good, but the way you just like force it down people's throats, really, it's a turnoff, and it makes me not want to use it because it's like you're shoving it in my face. Like I didn't ask for it. Like I don't know. Maybe I'll try it, but like I just don't have a use case for it. In my workflow, right? I use AI more on the visual side of things, like making thumbnails. Yeah, that's exactly it. We didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for it. Therefore, I don't want it, right? Like, even if it's useful, I didn't ask for it, right? I didn't ask for it. So I'll just use ChatGPT or even Grok or any of the other ones, you know? And that's the thing. It's like you've got all these AIs now. So it's like if one, stops giving you the free service or the free tier or whatever, you just move on to the next one. And it's like I don't understand how any of these companies can even see making a profit or turning a profit when they've dumped so much money into it. Like when exactly are you expecting a return? Hmm? Like you pumped billions into this. You're not going to make that back. You're not getting that back. You're not turning a profit. I'm sorry. You're not going to turn a profit from this. It's just not going to happen. Not to mention, everybody's in dire straits right now, right? We can't even afford groceries. And you want us to pay for the fucking pro tier of GPT? GPT 9000? I don't think so.
don't like it. There was issues with Copilot when it started getting embedded into all of the applications,
Yeah.
and people were complaining about Copilot being injected into every application in the operating system, and running
Every
in the background, and
application.
people just didn't want it. And there was a time when Windows was the tech industry. In the 1990s and 2000s, if you
Yeah.
bought a computer, it ran Windows, period. Every hardware manufacturer depended on it,
Yeah.
every developer built for it, and every business standardized around it. Microsoft didn't just compete, it controlled the platform. But according to some people, some platforms don't last forever, and there's other offerings available to people which are ready to take over.
You tried Codex. No. What's Codex? Is that another AI? Another AI?
The Windows empire. And I just can't see that happening just yet.
Yeah.
Microsoft have had a turmoil a few years with Windows 11,
See my
watched
screen.
Windows up.
All right, hang on. Where's your screen? Where's your screen? Am I not seeing it? How do I get to your screen? Are you broadcasting? How do I find you? Are you sharing your screen? Oh, here we go. No, it's ended. Did it Did it crash on you? Sorry, I had to look at something. I had to check one of my messages there. Oh, stream just started. There it is. And right here, codecs. Okay. Right here, codecs. Okay. What is this? What is this? 5-hour usage, weekly usage, weekly usage. All right. So what are you trying to accomplish here? So what are you trying to accomplish here? I don't know. You're more of a tech wizard than I am, I think. I don't know. You're more of a tech wizard than I am, I think. Okay, just just a minute. Give it some time, and it'll. Gotcha. All right. Well, we'll check back in with that in a little bit. Gotcha. All right. Well, we'll check back. Yeah, it's up to GPT's hands. I know there's so much there's like so much you can do with all these different AI things nowadays. There really is. And I was never big into coding, so Okay. Yeah, let me know when it's all set and we'll see. Codex app. Okay, thank you. It's a command center for agentic coding. Yeah. And I'm not into coding. I can't wrap my brain around it. Gotcha. Yeah. So again, and different strokes for different folks, right? Like I'm more on the graphic side. I'm a very visual person, so like I love messing around with Photoshop and messing around with Illustrator and InDesign. Um, More on the visual side of things. I've tried like web coding and it just doesn't click with me. Can't do it. Just can't do it. But so in that regards, like learning how to use GPT to do some coding would be cool. Um, just haven't, I don't know. I don't have a use case for it. So I think what you're doing is freaking amazing because you're actually using it for the medical field and using it to try and figure out, you know, ways to help people. Hello. Who's this? Nazareth? You are from, I don't, is that Israel? Are you from Israel? Alrighty. Welcome in. Give me 1 second. We're watching some agentic coding right now. Oh, can you mute the stream for me real quick? So I'm not hearing that echo. Yeah, go to the stream to, okay, thank you. That's better. All right. So this is Vishal's website over here on the side. So is this what you used to make your website as well? You use this coding? Yeah, exactly. Trucks and stereos. Trucks and stereos. That's where I'm at. Do a use case of where I look like an AI? Me? I mean, are we all AI? Bluetooth. All right, so is this the you use Chat GPT to help build your website, is that correct? Nice. Exploring. Okay, so I have the main theme config. That's pretty wild. That is wild. So you are a web developer, so to speak, but you just have the agentic code do all the work for you. That's pretty creative. That's very creative. So now is it connected? No, this is a local host. So right now it's creating these files locally and then you just upload them to your server and the website functions correctly. Everything works good. For sell. posts it for me. Gotcha. So what else can it do exactly? Or are you changing the color right now? Oh. Did it just add that? The light and the dark theme, or was that on there? I feel like that was on there already. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. Um, the clock. Was the clock on there? The clock is new. 2300. Late. It's almost 1 in the afternoon over here. Okay, so from this, can you have people upload your iris scan right from here? Yeah, I know it's your time zone, but I don't remember the clock being there originally. Yeah, it's 1 in the afternoon, almost 1 in the afternoon here. Excuse me. I wonder where Kat went. I didn't tell her she had to stay out. Make sure she's okay. Oh, that's awesome. Any results? So does the AI analyze anything just yet? Like, is it actually analyzing the eye patterns? Or do you have to still upload that roadmap of the eye? Oh, shoot. That's probably why. Crap. Training for it. Right. Right. Yeah, I figured that's what the iris annotation is for. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So now that's not Copilot, right? That's what that's GPT, right? Or you said Codex. Codex. Okay, so Claude is way better. So Codex is owned by Microsoft, is that correct? So yeah, I guess in that regards, coding definitely is another use case for AI for sure. Yeah, I mean if you want to pop it open, I don't have Copilot on my machine, so and I don't want to put it on my machine at all. So I just don't, because once you open that door, like then it's on there pretty much forever. So I don't have it on my machine. Um, honestly, yeah. Hey, we don't have to do it right now, but honestly, like I think Copilot should have just been a server, just like ChatGPT and what do you call it, Grok and the rest of them, you know? Yeah, if it fixes my car, hell yeah. Oh, that would be another great use case for AI, right? To have it linked into your car and all of your car sensors, right? Because cars are finely tuned machines, right? But none of the components really talk to each other. So if you had an AI reading all of the sensors and going, hey, this front left wheel feels a little janky, like it could be the way you're driving, or it could be like you need an alignment, or this particular piece seems to be failing. Okay. AI agentic stuff. Cloud is the supremacy king. Yeah, I'll have to I mean, again, I don't have a use case for it. Oh. She went over to Jumpy Joe's. Oh, sorry. Let me close this. She took Koopy over to Jumpy Joe's and she said one of the kids sprained his ankle. Mm. I hope Cooper's having fun. Yeah, they will just want a six pack. Yeah, it wasn't Cooper. She said a kid. If it was Cooper, I'm sure she would have said, "Oh, Cooper sprained his ankle," and they would be home already. Yeah, if he sprained his ankle, I guarantee you they'd be home already, and we'd be on our way to the hospital, or who knows. Anywho, no, Cooper's fine. Cooper's fine. Another kid, she said, sprained their ankle. Um, yeah, you need a desktop, man. You need a desktop. You need a desktop. Gotta get that desktop. Uh, I got mine for, well, you've seen mine. The build should be on my bio, link in my bio, if you guys want to check it out. Yeah, with the AI or coding, or what is it not stable with? Yeah. That's why, I mean, personally, I think I would never go all in on any one operating system. You know, I just, for what it's worth, especially even like all the Linux distros, because some run better than others. Some have stuff built in and some do not. And yeah, you can add all of the stuff you need into Linux. That's not a problem. Um, I just like things when they work out of the box, you know? I do enjoy some troubleshooting, but for the most part, that's why I like Windows, because like most of the programs I use, they just work. It's fairly stable. But Microsoft finds a way to fuck it up. They send out these updates. Their last update, for some people, it was deleting their internet. Like they couldn't connect to internet at all. And so it's like you got an update, now you can't even connect to the internet to download a fix or the next update to hopefully fix it. It's just like I don't know what they're doing. What is Microsoft doing? Honestly. Let's finish this video up, eh?
Updates constantly being released to the general public.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Windows does consume more resources. Now, have you tried Ghost Spectre or I wouldn't say kernel, but you could do like you could make your own. You could do the micro win, right? Chris Titus, you can make your own micro win and it'll pull out all the telemetry and all the background stuff that's normally running. to really streamline it, you could try that. But yeah, that's why I said I don't think I would go all in on Linux. I would definitely, I like having the option. I would just dual boot. WSL. WSL. What is that? Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. WSL.
And messing up their computer. We've had to do fresh installs. We've had black screens of death. We've had error codes popping up. We've had applications crashing. We've had the system crashing. We've had all sorts of stuff. We've even had data loss with Windows 11. There's been a lot of problems with Windows 11. We've had hardware requirements in place where some older computers can't officially install Windows 11 because Microsoft say so, and that caused major backlash for Microsoft because people just simply couldn't upgrade to Windows 11 on their old PC because Microsoft said so. Then we had people proving Microsoft wrong.
Microslop was banned on Discord,
computers, and it works perfectly fine to a degree because some computers were just literally too old. But some of them were functional and they were working perfectly fine, whereas Microsoft was saying that they just simply can't run Windows 11 properly. We then went through the
which is not true because I personally have installed Windows 11 on a fucking Chromebook. So don't tell me that you can't run it. And I've run it on several of my older laptops that I've gotten in and sold those. So you can get a de-bloated version of Windows. Excuse me. Ghost Spectre is great. For my from my experience, it's probably one of the more stable of the OSs, of the streamlined versions. But you can make your own too.
Where you have to turn off a lot of the telemetry and the data harvesting and going through the debloat to remove a lot of the pre-installed applications and change a load of settings which are just literally not an opt-out. So you have to go through either manually or go through the group policy editor, or you can use debloating tools to debloat the system, which was very common. And now there's loads of debloating scripts and tools and apps out there.
Yeah, see, he was just on it, Chris Titus.
To remove all of the forced ads and the pre-installed applications. And of course, you shouldn't have to do this with an operating system, but unfortunately, it's been this battle between the user and Microsoft. We went through the whole login process to be able to have to log into a local account. Microsoft want to block that, and then people were coming up with workarounds, and then Microsoft were blocking those workarounds. You can
come into here, run a bunch of tweaks.
The users of Windows 11 and, of course, Microsoft. And they're just not happy with what they're doing. They constantly bring out feature updates that no one wants, and, of course, it just breaks the system further. And this has been an ongoing process for a number of years. People were...
Oh, here he goes. Oh, he's climbing. Oh, that's loud. Sorry, I'm watching a video. Cooper's climbing. I don't know if you probably can't see it. I'll have to send it to my computer. Oh, she's okay. I was like, what is it? Blackness. It's like, wow. Such a good climber. Wow. That was good. I would send it to my phone, but it's just him climbing up this like inflatable thing. He's getting good at climbing. He's getting good at climbing. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked out the Chris Titus tool, you can literally run this program from a command line script. You just type in what he typed into either PowerShell or command prompt with administrator, and it will download and launch this application, and you can do all sorts of things. You can debloat all this stuff, you can uninstall stuff. I would just go with the standard, just click standard, and it will disable a bunch of stuff, and then hit run tweaks. And then,
staying on Windows 10. Then you had people staying on Windows 10 and trying to extend the lifeline of that computer by using business level versions of Windows. And of course, that's what's been happening over the years. So really, you shouldn't have to go through this amount of rigmarole to use an operating system. And Microsoft were simply just not listening to a lot of people. Now, I can understand the reason why a lot of people hate on Microsoft, and also a lot of people hate Bill Gates for whatever reason. I think sometimes people get confused and think he's still working in the company, and he just doesn't. But he's also been on the news lately for other reasons, which I'm not going into in this video. But there's lots of reasons why people just hate on Windows itself. I think sometimes people get confused when they go on YouTube and they see channels that are talking about the downfall of Windows, and these channels are predominantly Linux users that are just putting the hurt on Microsoft to try and get interest onto Linux.
They're
then we had
trying
the whole
to.
recall problem where this caused
Yeah,
major
see,
concern with privacy, and also
this is the
your data
type of
being
shit.
snapshotted,
So
whether it be your
it's not just the Linux people out there trying to hate on Microsoft. It's the fact that they just keep doing questionable shit that nobody wants and nobody asked for. Like, stop doing this stuff. It's not the Linux haters. The people are providing a solution that Microsoft, for one reason or another, will no longer offer us. They will no longer offer us privacy or an operating system that does not spy on us. They will not offer us that.
your browsing history being sent back to Microsoft, and of course they pulled the plug on it temporarily until they did some more work on it. And now obviously the data is stored locally, but you still need
What's
a
up,
Copilot Plus
Ivy?
PC for this to even
How
work.
you doing?
Although on social
Hello.
media they blew this up out of proportion and
How you
saying that it's
doing?
running all the time in the background, even on a normal PC.
Just
harvesting
checking
all the
out
information
some
and sending it back to
more
Microsoft,
Microsoft
which caused
videos.
a massive frenzy. But if we look at the stat counter right here, this is what I was telling you
How you doing,
over
man?
a year ago. That
What have you been
eventually
up to?
Windows 10 will die off. People will be forced to either buy a new computer or they will find a way to upgrade their system.
And they'll move to Linux. They will. Most of them probably will. If they're on a Windows 10 machine, that's what I mean. Like mom and pop or grandma, grandpa, they're like, oh, I got my, sounds more like Microslop. That's right. I misspoke. Microslop. Yeah, that we were just talking about that too. Did you see a bunch of people hit up the Discord server? Were you in on that? They were on Microsoft's Discord server and they kept like spamming Microslop and saying Microslop instead of Microsoft. And it got so bad that they had to shut down Microsoft's Discord server because like they just shut it down. They had to cut it off because so many people were spamming Microslop. It was quite funny. And then they banned the word. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know either. Now everybody knows. But yeah, so it's just ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous.
If it's compatible. And you can see Windows 11 now has 72.78% of the market share, whereas Windows 10 has dropped down to 26.27%.
They want you to authenticate the microphone authenticator app. How am I supposed to do that? It's a loop of sloppiness. Which what are you trying to authenticate? It probably is now, but I don't think so. I think it was like a support server. I think it was Microslop. Oh, the Microsoft Authenticator app. Yeah. Oh, something just got deleted. It got retracted. Maybe. Yeah, no, I think it probably is now. I did not pay for Copilot. You shouldn't have to pay for it. I just checked. It's good as much as ChatGPT. I did not pay for Copilot. Oh, that's good. So it's as good as the paid for version of ChatGPT. You know, Microsoft likes to rip off certain code from people. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I got you. I got you. Wow. Or context window and tokens. Okay. Getting exhausted faster. Oh, so like it's like a free tier on Copilot? Do they actually want to charge you for it? I'm sure they do. I mean, who are we talking about here? Microslop. Of course they want to charge you for it. They would be stupid not to, but for what it's worth, like why? Like I don't know. For my use case. Pardon me, guys. I'm not going to be paying for any AI crap.
The other versions of Windows are dropping off as well, and no one is hardly using them at all, and rightly so, because they're not safe to use. So is Windows 11 dying? It's actually...
Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's what we really need. Maybe an AI solution for passwords. I know I love on the iPhone that it like looks at your face. I don't know how secure that is, like the Face ID. Gotcha. Well, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, I use Google Chrome passwords for certain things, but I don't store all my passwords on there. If it's anything to do with like banking or anything like that, I store those up here. But if it's any other website, like I don't, you know, I'll use a password manager for that. But mostly it's just like Discord and, other stuff. Okay. Yeah. That's what we need though, like an AI type of security solution, but I don't know how secure it would be, because people have been uh, cracking other AI systems pretty easily. Yeah. This has replenishment for every 5 hours, but in Go for every week. I don't think it will be reliable enough. Yeah. 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 Like as I was saying it, I was like, wait, no, because they cracked into uh what was it? Was it Copilot they cracked? Oh, it was the recall. That's what it was. Yeah, it was the Windows and Copilot, and they tricked Copilot into like giving up all your data like within 5 minutes or something like that. They tricked Copilot into letting you in there. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, AI would not be a good solution for security, clearly, but uh, there's got to be a better way than a password manager. Like Face ID seems like it would be good, but I don't know how it works, and I feel like it would be easy to just fake that somehow. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm tired. Oh, that would explain it. Yeah, I was up at like 4 in the morning. Cooper was having a rough night, right? So he like woke us up at 4, well, 3, 4, 5. Then I finally got up at like 4:30, and I was just like, "Ugh, forget it. I can't sleep because he kept like waking up and crying, and we were trying everything. We're like, is he thirsty? Is he hungry? Does he need his diaper changed? Like he was just having a night, I guess. And then I came out here with him, and we sat out here for a little bit, and then I made a coffee, and then mom came out for a little bit, and then she went back to bed. And then like 10 minutes later, he jumps up and runs back to the bedroom and falls asleep. And I'm like, now it's 5 in the morning and I'm drinking coffee and I'm awake. And that's why I'm tired. Anywho, let's finish this video.
Growing rapidly, as you would expect, because everyone is so used to Windows and they use it on a daily basis that it's not suddenly going to just die off and people were going to stop using it. People are going to try Linux and they're going to end up going back to.
I think password managers need to use a system like Cloudflare. They rely on lava lamps. Lava lamps or lava lamps? Ah, yes. Ah, yeah, and I don't mind the authenticator, right? Like when I log into like Epic Games, they always ask, oh, you know, for your name, password, and then also the authenticator app. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of times like Kat, she'll when she reaches her limit on Chat GPT, she'll just jump over to Grok, like pick up where she left off over on Grok. Yeah. Really? All right, I'll look that up real quick. What is it? Lava lamb. Lava lamb wall. Online, you said? Oh, hang on. Everything, it just keeps coming up lava lamp. Search Cloudflare. Oh, Cloudflare. Yeah, the free one, yeah, it has like no reasoning. I think is it this? Cloudflare? Learning SSL lava lamp? Huh. Right. Yeah, that's brilliant. Because there's no way you could fake that. You are not real? What? Tears of prayers. You wish I was AI. Take the content and tell it to summarize it to GPT. No, well, I can summarize it for you right now. Yeah, it's a visitable location. So it says in Cloudflare's lobby, they have a wall of lava lamps set up because every moment of the day, every, you know, different lava lamp is going to create a different globular and a different, you know, simulation within each lava lamp, right? And then it takes a picture of these lava lamps, right? What? Is this guy for real?
A grave mistake.
Bye-bye. I love banning people. Anyway, I was trying to explain before jerk off over here came in. So these lava lamps are going to be completely random every single minute of the day, every single moment, every time it takes a picture. So they have a camera set up at their headquarters, and so that will basically create a absolutely random image. Oh, it's a site, all right. Don't go there. I would not recommend you go there. Yeah, that is really cool. That's thinking outside the box, right? So someone very creative came up with this idea. So this is going to be an absolutely random image that will probably never be created again because the lava is going to be, you know, moving around and globulating and doing all these different things. So the image will never be the same. So that's what it's saying. All the digital images are stored in a computer as a series of numbers. So now I don't understand how that works with encryption, but I do know that there has to be handshake. Oh, we got another one, fellas. Hey, why don't you go talk to your friend over on Jerkmate? Jerk off. Anyway, let's see. So I'm not sure how that works. Here it says thus, with the help of lava lamps, Cloudflare is able to offer extremely strong and sufficiently random encryption because of lava lamps. Yeah. And again, I don't fully understand how encryption works, but I do know it's like a random number generation type thing. So if there's nothing more random than nature, right? And this not necessarily is nature, but it's a simulation of nature, right? It's lava, right? Which really it's not. It's just like, I think it's just wax, if I'm being completely honest. So that's why it's called a lamp, because it's actually a light bulb in the bottom of the lava lamp, right? And I think it's just wax. I think it's just a globular of wax in here. And so when the light or the lamp down here heats it up inside the liquid, and why place it right on the entrance door? What do you mean? The lava lamps? It's probably like right in there. Like when you walk in the building, it's probably like right there, you know? Yeah. So the encryption key has to be unpredictable. And you're not going to get anything more unpredictable than nature, right? So why did they place the lamp at the entrance? Oh, because it's something cool. Well, that's the thing. It's got to be a specific angle, right? And a new code would generate every second. So you would literally have to know the exact moment to take that picture to have the same picture. And we're talking like millisecond. Like you would have to be at the same millisecond, not to mention the same exact angle, right? So wherever the camera is, you would have to have your camera like as close as possible to that camera to get the same angle, and it would have to be at the exact millisecond. And so now you have the key. Like, do you know which box that key goes to? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I get it. It's because you can't crack it. There's no way to crack it. You have to, sure, you could take the same exact picture or relatively the same at the exact millisecond that this one's taking the picture, but then what do you use it with? Right, exactly. Exactly. But so now you have the key. Where do you use it? How do you know you would get that exact key that you need? I mean, it's probably impossible. Yeah, the exact camera angle. Yeah. Well, and not only that, it converts this image, this exact image, into a series of numbers. So it's not just the image itself. The image is then converted into a series of numbers. And that probably runs through an algorithm as well. That string of numbers probably runs through multiple, like, functions, right? So it probably gets you the original code, and then it, multiplies it, divides it, whatever, like, to turn that original code into a different code, into a different code. And so by the time you get the final code, like, your image might be the same, but it's not just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys, I'm sure they thought of that, I would hope. I would hope they thought of that. But still, it's a process. As a doctor, it feels illegal to know all of this. Yeah. Oh, Linux kernel 7. What is kernel 7? Let's find out about that. Linux kernel 7. Linux kernel 7, currently in release candidate stage. Early 2026, brings significant performance boosts, including 75% file cap. Wow. 75% faster. Wow. Support for upcoming AMD Zen 6 and Intel Nova Lake processors, streamlines the scheduler, enhances container creation performance, and targeting high performance computing and modern server workloads. Ooh. Might have to watch this one. But first, a word from our sponsor, Chipotle and Mazda. Oh, thank God. Okay. See, I like these, but not because it's like now, how do I, what the, why did it, you want to try loaded fries? Oh, you would love loaded fries, let me tell you.
Linux kernel 6.19 just got officially released by Linus Torvalds, so we're going to move on and see what's going to be staged in 6.20. Well, it's not going to be 6.20. Instead, Linus has officially announced that the next kernel is going to be called kernel version 7.0. Today, we're going to be checking out some of the...
Did you know? Wait, there we go. Okay. Yeah, you guys would love loaded fries. Hang on. I'm not sure where that came from, but hey, I love it. Loaded fries. Boom. Look at this shit right here. Boom, boom, boom. I tell you what, Nobody does it quite like America. Look at this shit. Is that blue cheese on there? Feta? Some barbacoa? What? Some basil? Nobody does loaded fries like America. As Kat would say, I farted just looking at that. I farted just looking at that. I don't know. Brazilla was like, just out of left field, he's like, I want to eat some loaded fries. I was like, dude, nobody does it quite like America. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. When it comes to fries, we do not fuck around. Okay? Look at that. Got some fucking hamburger on there. Some lettuce. This looks like a cheeseburger fry. Oh, Chipotle. Yeah, Chipotle has nothing to do with French fries, by the way. They don't even have French fries at Chipotle. Mom. Got some peppers over here, some cheese, some chives. That was not bad. Oh, now I'm getting hungry, guys. What have you done? What have you done here? Anyway, anywho, we were back on Linux. Oh, I accidentally.
Exciting stage updates. Let's get right into things by first talking about a patch that has officially laid the claim that
Cheeseburger
the Linux
fries.
kernel has finally concluded the Rust experiment. That's right, with the Linux 7.0 merge window now open, kernel developers are officially declaring that the Rust for Linux experiment is complete and successful, marking it down as a permanent part of the kernel and signaling long-term commitment and continued investment from developers of the Linux kernel. This is big news. This officially means that the kernel is expanding its core language toolbox with C and Rust, as Rust has seemingly earned its seat at the table for the next.
Yeah, Chipotle doesn't have loaded fries. Taco Bell has what do they call them? Nacho fries. They call them nacho fries, and you can get loaded nacho fries at Taco Bell. But Taco Bell, you know, is like fast food. Chipotle is like one step above fast food. But it's really good. I would like to eat some Kernel 7. Yeah, if it's that much faster, I'd like to see and learn more about it.
Next decade of development. And with something getting added to the kernel, there is also something being taken away here. Linux is officially saying goodbye to the high PPI driver. For those of you unaware, this was the near gigabit networking standard that helped power some of the late 80s and 90s supercomputers, and it has officially been slated for removal in Linux kernel 7.0. The change will nearly drop
Probably don't
3,000
need
lines
that
of long,
anymore.
unused and unmaintained code, marking the end of this legacy technology that's actually been obsolete for decades as modern networking races into the terabit speeds. It's always nice to see a little bit of cleanup getting staged up, and it's just wild to see how much old code really exists in the kernel. Even to this
75% faster.
A little about
That's
CPUs
crazy.
and scheduling.
Just on
as
the
Linux
RAM schedule.
7.0 is set to enable Intel TSX default on supported non-vulnerable CPUs, switching the default mode from off to auto. So what does that mean? That means Linux will automatically use CPU speed boost features when it's safe to do so. What is TSX? TSX is a CPU feature that helps threads work together more efficiently by reducing the time they spend waiting on locks. And before this, Linux kept TSX turned off by default for everyone, even with newer Intel CPUs.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. Did you like that movie? That is one of the greatest movies I think of all time. It is so good. It's one of those movies where you're like I watched it and I wanted to watch it again, you know, and I would watch it again and again and again. Like, you know, I want to see it multiple times. Like, it is that good. And I love how, you know, he didn't just develop an AI, like, you know, kind of like what we have. He developed the AI like as a baby. So like it had to learn and grow just like a human would learn and grow, right? Yeah, it's so good. So good. Oh, okay. Okay. You saw Olympus Has Fallen too. That's a good one. That's a good one too.
because of old security bugs from years ago. This is awesome, as many people with Intel TSX are going to benefit, especially ones using things like virtualization or that have highly multi-threaded applications. Some of us are going to start seeing a small but noticeable performance gain thanks to this faster locking feature.
This is the new Dell AI PC, built for AI. It's like a trusted personal assistant, learning your habits, keeping you on track.
And in another stage change, we're talking scheduler changes for CPUs as the plan here is to further restrict the preemption modes. Basically, we're restricting
I'm gonna see more president getting effed up. A build for AI. I know.
modes on many different architectures, including x86, ARM64, RISC-V, and more, to just 2 different preemption models, which are the full and lazy preemption models. What is preemption? Preemption is how Linux decides when it's allowed to interrupt a running task in the CPU. So another task could run, and that is called preemption. And the 2 ways now are full preemption, which allows you to interrupt almost any time. So that's the best responsiveness. And then lazy
for YouTube is weird about the ad blockers, right? And because I had an ad blocker installed on Chrome as well, and it gets weird about them. And so I think I had it on Brave too. Like I tried running YouTube on Brave and it would not play any video, and I had to turn off the ad blocker on Brave.
Preemption is allowing interruption at safe, sensible points, which just gives you good balance. And why just limit it to these 2? Well, older preemption models, including no preemption and voluntary preemption, have been really kicked out because modern kernels expect preemption to exist, so having something like no preemption doesn't really make any sense. And involuntary preemption only yields when code remembers to use it or do it, and it just relied on too many.
Yeah, and you'll have to walk me through that. That sounds like Firefox. Use a Firefox-based browser. Use the phone. They have blocked it on Chromium. They have blocks it on Chromium. They block the ads.
Manual function calls, like a condition to reschedule manually, which made things very hard to maintain. Anyways, this simplifies the kernel code, reduces scheduler bugs, and improves.
Like it wouldn't play any video when I was on Brave because of the ad blocker. So I don't know if it's working for you, good, but over here they cracked down on it a while ago, and I have to turn off my ad blocker on YouTube, or none of the videos will play. Yeah. Oh, okay. No, they have blocked the ad blockers. Yeah, they blocked the ad blockers. How funny. How ironic.
Improves consistency across distributions, a great thing coming to Linux 7.0. And now let's move on to talking a little bit about memory management and caching with resource management as a part of stage. With revocable resource
it should
management.
be better.
With this stage patch, a new safety feature will be given to us, which will help prevent crashes and security bugs when hardware is unplugged or removed. The change lets drivers safely detect when a resource, like a USB device, is gone and fail cleanly instead of accidentally accessing freed memory, making the kernel more robust, especially for hot plug devices.
So this is the new kernel 7. When is it going to be out? And then once it comes out, how long before like most of the distros get updated to kernel 7? Or can your current Linux OS just upgrade to the 7 kernel? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They over here they cracked down on these ad blockers like crazy because that's how people make all their money over here. That's how YouTube makes all their money.
Devices. And you might be asking, how will this work? Well, before
That's
this part
what
of
I
the Linux
did. I
code
was
could
just
still
asking.
be holding onto a pointer, something that no longer exists. And if code ever tried to access this pointer after it had been
I'm getting those wide mouths. Seeing you forgot the word. What do you mean? Kernel 7 comes out in a week or so. You can use it on Arch probably. Oh, right, because it's a rolling release. So now with that, so then you could automatically update your kernel. So if you're on kernel 6.19 or whatever on Arch, you could just upgrade it, compile it yourself. Yeah, you could compile your own, I guess, installer of Linux. I don't know.
assumingly freed, well, that would cause crashes, corruption, or even a security hole known as a use after free bug. This new Linux system here is just going to go through these pointers and double check if they even exist. So think of it as, before I use this pointer, let me double check if it's real. If it is real, great. If it's gone, Linux backs away safely instead of crashing or allowing a vulnerability to take place. This is definitely a pretty cool way of handling things. And if you think these types of things are pretty cool, make sure to subscribe below and smash that like button for more videos just like this.
Yeah, guys, if you like
Let's
this
talk about
video,
another cool and
Savvy
potentially small
Nick,
performance boost from
subscribe
expanding the
him up.
use of something called Sheaves, a new per CPU memory caching system, as it was initially introduced as opt-in, but the goal was to eventually move all caches to them. And this is the next step that's being taken in Linux 7.0, which will enable Sheaves for all caches, except in very special cases. This makes Linux's
And when does that Ubuntu come out? When does that release?
core memory allocator and work for more modern devices going forward. For those of you unaware, sheaves are just a newer, simpler structure for Linux to keep track of small chunks of memory or cache for fast reuse on CPUs. The kernel has to constantly do things like allocating these small objects, freeing them, and reallocating them very soon again, and doing that directly
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any installs of Arch currently. So I forget. I think we're running Kubuntu on the Mini. Yeah.
from global memory would be slow.
Oh, that's
so
pretty
Linux,
soon.
of course, uses these
Next
caches
month.
and historically used per
Okay.
CPU partial slabs. Sheaves are just a modern replacement for this idea. So before, each CPU had partially used slabs of memory, and each slab tracked things like free lists, counters, numerules, and locking edge cases. This hurt us because it required extremely complex code. It was hard to reason out, which made it fast but fragile. The new idea here, instead of caching whole partially used slabs, each CPU keeps a very small array of recently freed objects, which means you don't have to bookkeep slabs, and
the Resolute Raccoon. Nice. Let me see. So can you just upgrade to that one? Noble number to Resolute Raccoon. Shouldn't it be Noble Numbat? So LMNO. Wouldn't it be O? LMNOPQRS. Have I tried to customize Kubuntu? No, I have not. No, I have not. And actually, I have Windows installed on the Mini right now as well, because I actually turned it into a Plex server. So now I have the app on our TV. I have the Plex app on the TV, and if you have all your movies stored on here, like Chappie, right? You can turn the TV on and it looks just like Netflix, but it's all of your movies. It's amazing. And it'll scan your library, and if they're all named correctly, it'll automatically put a thumbnail on there and connect it to all of the correct information for the movie and stuff. It's pretty amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
didn't have to juggle around partial slabs. Sheaves simplify everything by managing just objects and
Which,
helps
I don't know. Do they have a Plex server for Linux? Because I could just try putting it on Linux.
remove slab state machines, partial slab lists, and slab freezing or unfreezing logic. And the takeaway here is that Sheaves is just going to replace some fragile code into a simpler structure for per CPU object caches. This cuts out complexity, deletes tons of code, and improves performance by reusing hot memory more.
All right, Ivy. Hey, thanks for being here, buddy. And I have not forgot. I do have the song edited. I didn't get an intro for you just yet. So we will get you an intro. Mark my words. I'm going to write it down so that I get this done. I keep saying it. So now I'm going to write it down. Have a good one, Ivy Tail. Via Tail. Intro. Ah, yes, I need to integrate that. Oh, that's right. Kick channel rewards with Lumia. Oh, and you made me think of something the other day because I'm always on this camera. And I wanted to make some commands for the mods so that they can go close up and main cam. So that way you'll be able to switch it to at least the main cam. Because I got a lot of scenes. I don't think I'd make commands for all of them, but switch scene commands for mods. I think, and I'm not sure. I'll have to make I'll make you a mod, Brazilla, on here and on YouTube. But you're hardly ever over on YouTube anyway. Yeah, I could just do cam 1, 2, and 3, and we'll just pick which ones. Oh, and well, I would do BRB, but that's already a command right now. So BRB. Ah, my freaking kick chat ain't working. That's weird. I'm sure I signed into this. Ugh. Whatever. Yeah, that's not working. Whatever. I'd love to moderate stuff. Good. All right. What was the other one? Yeah, cam 1, 2, and 3. Switch scene cams. We could do BRB cam. So, like, if we're taking a break, we can also nuke it. We'll do cam 1, 2, 3. Meanwhile, but yeah, I'll mod you up on both of those too. Oh, let me add that too. Add Brazilla. But yeah, guys, exciting stuff.
Efficiently. It's pretty cool stuff. Definitely check this out.
I'm kind of sort of understanding the memory thing here.
Interested, I'll put a link in the description below. Lots of great things coming to Linux kernel version 7.0. We're also getting OpenTree namespaces to provide a boost in performance and security, as a new option for the OpenTree system call will help create containers faster and in a safer way. How does this work? Well, it avoids copying and destroying unnecessary mount trees when launching containers. This can cut overhead and reduce system call churn. This can also deliver up to 40% faster container creation, and of course comes with added security benefits because it uses mount isolation. All pretty cool news, as traditionally when a container starts, Linux usually basically clones the entire mount namespace and then copies all the existing mounts, builds a new root file system, pivots that root, and recursively unmounts the old tree. That creates a lot of copying, system calls, and
Catch
locking
all
with
that?
massive overhead. With this new proposal here with open tree namespaces, Linux now
Like, I'm somewhat techie, but I don't know what the you just said.
just copies only what you need and starts clean. You call open tree, which creates a new mount namespace, copies only the specified directory tree, and mounts it in root inside of that namespace. No full mount table copies, which reduce overhead a lot. That gives us only one mount tree, no teardowns, fewer system calls, and less of that locking. And in some claims with real world testing, with the older pivot root based method, I could create about 73,000 containers in 60 seconds. With the newer open tree method, I can create about 109,000 in the same time. So it's likely that the new method is roughly around 40% faster than the older scheme, again with a lot less system calls. So who benefits from stuff like this? Well, it's really containers like Kubernetes, Docker, Podman, managed container services, Containerd, and many more platforms. Cool to see this type of thing. It's always cool to see these types of optimizations. And if you're ready to level up and optimize your Linux,
That is quite an optimization. Provides virtual. Any service provider who provides virtual numbers? What do you mean virtual numbers? I don't even know what a
experience today.
virtual number is. Is that like a real number or a virtual number? I don't know what that is.
check out my checklist, cheat sheet, and mind map, all available at savvynick.com. Get your sheets today. As the next thing I want to talk about is context analysis as a
Hold
language
on.
extension.
Let's go back to
Help
that.
and optimize your Linux experience today. Check out my checklist, cheat sheet, and my
We should go check this out. What is this? Hang on.
and optimize your Linux experience today. Check out my
It's got a cheat sheet. Let's see here. What is this? Print out the PDF, fold in half so the front and back are visible, cut between the cards. Okay. So what are these for? They're like kernel. I guess we should look that up. SavvyNick.com. Here it is. Learn Linux bundle. $10. I thought it was free. I think. Ah, here it is. Beginner 30-day Linux checklist. Is this it? Wait, now it's $10. What? Oh, that's this one. Okay, I thought this was. Oh, you may also like. I didn't see that right there. All right, Beginner's Day 30-day Linux checklist. Let's check it out. Put this over here. It's probably going to send me a link to my email. It's not working. Anyway.
checklist, cheat sheet, and mind map, all available at savvynick.com. Get your sheets today. As the next thing I want to talk about is context analysis as a language extension, which is set to enable statically checking by acquiring and releasing user-definable context locks. What does this mean? Well, we're set to gain a compiler-based context and locking analysis, which is a feature that can help kernel developers spot broken locking rules and unsafe code paths even earlier. This helps reduce bugs, race conditions, and hard-to-debug crashes. And to oversimplify things, the compiler will now understand how kernel locking rules actually work. With this patch, developers can teach the compiler rules like this variable is safe versus not safe if the lock is held, or something like this function may not be called while holding this lock. That means that the compiler can now check those rules while building the kernel, and if the rules get broken, you can get warnings before even booting the kernel. Also to mention, this feature requires Clang 22, which is currently unreleased, as it has smarter static analysis and ability to track these complex context locks. And this patch will plug those capabilities directly into the kernel and allow developers to use compiler catch locking and find context bugs well before the kernel crashes from one. Very cool stuff for devs and maintainers using Clang 22 with Linux kernel 7.0. Speaking more on tooling and compiler optimizations, let's talk about this patch, which is lining up better performance for Rust-enabled LTO-built kernels. LTO just means link time optimization, and with LTO enabled, the kernel gets a full whole program view at link time, and it can see across all functions, across all files, and enables the Linux kernel to do fewer function calls with faster execution, have smaller binaries with better cache usage, and better cross-language optimization, especially when you're working with C and Rust.
Yeah,
this means
that's
kernel
not what I was
developers
thinking
will
it was.
benefit when writing Rust code, and then users, Linux users, indirectly get faster system calls and lower CPU overhead.
Yeah,
so this
Google.
change here will improve optimization when using LLVM or Clang with the link time optimization, making mixed C and Rust kernel code faster and more efficient.
Give me 1 second. Google. It's called Google Voice. Okay. Google Voice. Sign in. Boom. And you can, well, can't really see it here. Oh, really? Google Voice is not available in India? But yeah, you can text and use voice messages, call people. But other than that, no, I don't know of any virtual phone numbers. I know a lot of people use WhatsApp, but that's not really a virtual phone number. That's weird. Why is Google Voice not available in India? That's strange. Yeah, sorry, I don't know. Yeah, the crime rate would be high.
Without actually changing any
You're
behavior.
not wrong.
But there is
You're
some
not
downside
wrong.
here, as LTO is known for making builds slower, as the compiler has to analyze the entire kernel space at once and can use more CPU and RAM. It's also harder to debug, as LTO can aggressively rewrite code as functions get inlined, code gets reordered and removed, and stack traces become a little less intuitive. Of course, there are some limitations as well, so there are definitely trade-offs. With faster runtime means slower builds. With smaller binaries, we get more RAM usage, and while we get help combining Rust and C and talking between the two, we get toolchain complexity with harder debugging. Anyways, LTO is great for production and large deployments, but not necessarily great for when you're initially developing and debugging. Cool to see this patch ahead of Linux kernel 7.0. And now I'm ready to move on to some graphics drivers and some GPU patches ahead of Linux 7.0, as we're getting early AMD GPU updates, which are enabling a wave of new graphics and compute hardware blocks in the kernel. Most notably here, we're getting GFX 12.1 and RDNA 3.5 components. These updates come via the AMD GPU and AMD KFD drivers, preparing Linux for upcoming Radeon GPUs, improving the ROCm compute support, and bringing fixes, including performance improvements across graphics displays and memory management when it comes to GPUs. Well ahead of newer official hardware launches. Big win.
Yeah,
Staging up the next generation.
I wish I could get into coding. Not really. I mean, it doesn't, I'm more right-brained. I'm not a left-brain guy, so like it's hard for me to like learn how to code, so to speak. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, that checklist, not what I thought it was. It's literally just going down the list. Download a driver, install with this. Are you a left-hander? No, I'm right-handed. I'm definitely right-handed. But just like, you know, I'm logical in some things, but not in others. And I just cannot understand coding.
Changes for AMD GPUs. A ton of other things
doesn't
getting
jive
added and
with me.
supported. Always great to see these types of fixes, improvements, and updates, especially when it comes to components, and as AMD tends to really lead the charge when it
I don't know. I'm a creative though.
comes
So
to
go
graphics
figure
on
that
Linux.
one out.
And as the staging and merge window opens up for Linux kernel 7.0, we're getting much more detailed temperature reporting on Intel GPUs. This is brand new with the Intel Xe graphics driver. It will officially expose multiple new thermal sensors throughout the standard hardware monitor interface, and users with monitoring tools will now be able to see the GPU's temperature limits, memory controller temperatures, PCIe temperatures, and even per VRAM channel temperatures. This makes it much easier to monitor the internals and thermals of Intel GPUs. We can also use this to tune things like cooling and diagnose issues on modern.
Who's here? A Jumpy Joe. Are you a Jumpy Joe?
Yeah.
Hi, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, he sure is. He came in and crashed out. Oh, that's hilarious. All right.
I jumped his little butt off.
I see that.
Jumped for 2
Wow.
hours.
Look at it. Watch out, buddy. Don't fall off the couch. Wow, he's passed out, guys. Good for you.
Intel graphics as we get upcoming new graphics cards with Battle Mage, Panther Lake, and Nova Lake.
Well, I hope he doesn't fall asleep. Gotta watch him.
Platforms. One note here is this
All right, let's finish this up,
pull
eh?
request brings a revert of a flag in the new multi-queue UAPI that had been added in the first pull request of this round. After that pull request with multiple UAPI changes, I scrutinized them and found out that this flag was not used nor planned.
Let's see. If you're a left-hander, you're right brain dominant. If you are a right-hander, you're left brain dominant. People who are ambidextrous are the efficient ones. Maybe try making Coop ambidextrous. Yeah, I think actually he is left-handed. We think. We don't know yet. But he favors his left hand right now, as of right now. I don't think I'm ambidextrous per se. However, you ever played pool, right? Sometimes certain shots are just easier to do left-handed. So I practiced doing shots left-handed instead of right-handed. I still can't say that song. Bomb Diver's here. Ladies and gentlemen, Bomb Diver. What about being upside down brained? Well, you tell us, Bomb Diver. If anyone's upside down brained, it's got to be Bomb Diver. How you doing, brother? Welcome in. Haven't seen you in forever. Feels like forever. I've been in and out, you know. Been doing good. And hey, I don't know if I talked to you specifically last time. When was the last time I talked to you? But check this out. You're gonna love this. Ready for this? Not you. You already know about. You already know about this. Hang on. Why'd you? Check that puppy out.
I like a bus driver when I drive it.
Yes, Kat loves it. She loves driving it. She feels like a bus driver. She's like, toot toot. We got ourselves a new Tundra. She's awesome. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It is. It is Space Shuttle White. That is true. Yep. Yeah, she could pull the space shuttle.
And I come back into a parking spot. Only one try.
That's right. Well, it does have a backup cam. And a gigantic monitor. Oh, Brazilla said he had a dream yesterday, and you guys are in the car doing an IRL stream.
Oh, we've done that before.
In the car?
Not in that one.
Not in the car.
But we've done one where we were driving, and we live in Orlando, so the traffic's really bad here. And it was just basically me just freaking out the entire time.
Yeah.
We were on our way to like a farmer's market or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Was that in Winter Park?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was downtown Winter Park. We did do an IRL. But that'd be good. So, yeah, eventually we're going to get the IRL streams going, and we got the truck to do it. Because we are going to get a travel trailer. I don't know when, but soon. We're going to get a travel trailer soon. And we couldn't do it in the old Accord, so we had to get the old Tundra. So we love it. Exciting things are in store. I can already tell this thing's got, I think it does, or it did, because Kat, the first couple times she drove it, she's like, what's that noise? After I hit the gas, it's like, phew. I'm like, that's the NOS, baby.
No.
That's the NOS, baby.
What's the NOS? What's the NOS?
NOS, nitrous oxide.
That's not really what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No.
Hit the nos, baby.
No.
Go, baby, go.
We need to
Oh, Brazilla says he feels very much invested in being in the stream. Oh, well, good. Good. We'd love to have you here. Yeah, that's the nos. That's the nos. But no, I don't know what the noise is, honestly, but it does sound like nos. But I think a lot of it actually is, well, the exhaust, for one. We're getting the exhaust replaced Monday. And then I think it's just like the transmission and the way the engine revs up. It might be a turbo. I don't think it had a turbo stock, but I can tell somebody definitely played around with it. It's got new shocks, right? It's got a lift kit on it. Oh boy, Brazilla, here we go. He likes to inhale nitric oxide.
Oh, it's my sister.
Yeah, so does her sister, the nurse?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say the nurse,
Cute.
right?
She is so square.
Makes me happy. Yeah, well, they don't call it laughing gas for nothing.
I know. I had laughing gas during my labor, and it was my favorite part. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yo yeah, yo yeah. But yeah, that's the turbo. That's the turbo. So yeah, I'm gonna get new exhaust put in on Monday, and I got some new running boards that we gotta get put on. Well, old running boards, but I sanded them and painted them this past couple of weeks or couple days this week, and I like completely tore it down. Like I had to like break everything down, sand it, scrub it, get the rust off, and then paint it. And they look good. They look good. Oh. Well, hello. Cutie for life. Hello there. That thing is so gonna impress all the dudes downtown. Let's go. No, it's gonna impress all the boys on the farm. Don't mind the user. What? Cutie for life. What are you talking about? Wait, okay, we went to a funeral in which we should be. My friend mixed it in the handkerchief, and he was having cold that day so bad. Damn, bro, I can't forget that day. I mean the profile. Bye. Okay. Totally had fun in a funeral. Feels diabolical to say this. Well, yeah. Yeah. That's a little weird. Yeah. That is a little strange. Why are you doing nitrous oxide at a funeral? That's something. Mean the profile. Bye. Yeah, I don't know. Cutie for life. Are you feeling okay? Anywho, the long and the short of it, guys, we're not going to nerd out too much on this, but hey, Linux 7.0 is coming out. Be sure to check out Savvy Nick over here for all the good things about Linux 7.0. Not going to geek out too much. Man, I feel like I can't get through one video today, but that's all good. A lot of good stuff out there, guys. If you want to finish up on any of these videos, I guess I could put the links to these videos on the Discord or in the description. Indian funerals are too different than the ones in the US. People dance and sing. Oh, okay. The final dance is totally different in here, but don't know how I can say. Well, no, that's good. That's good. And I wish they did more of that type of stuff here. I think what you're looking for is something we do over here called a celebration of life, right? So instead of focusing on like, oh, this person died and everybody crying and being sad, instead they celebrate the life that they led and try to have fun and have a party and you know, reminisce on all the good times instead of focusing on how sad they are that this person is no longer here. Instead, they focus on celebrating their accomplishments and the things they did and all of the joy that they brought to the world. And I wish they did more of that over here. Yeah, and everyone pulls an emote and it's a good time. And good times were had by all. Everyone does their favorite emote, and there we go. There we have it.
To Windows, a majority of them, because they just can't get on with it. Now, some people will be able to stay on Linux.
And more of this. Everybody's leaving Windows in droves. They're going to Linux. They're going to other things. Microsoft just keeps fucking up. Nobody, but Brazilla was talking about one of the funerals that he went to, and he was doing nitrous oxide. Yeah. No, but he said Indian funerals are different because people dance to send the spirit off, and it's like the final dance. It's totally different. And that's why I was explaining, like, over here they call it a celebration of life. That's what it sounds like. Like they would that's what they would do at a celebration of life. You know, they would have dancing and singing and talking about the good times that, you know, the memories that that person brought them, instead of I'm so sad because they're dead. You know, because a lot of funerals over here are somber and they just like focus on being sad, which kind of sucks. It's like they're gone. Get over it. Like, you know, they're gone. Like we can't bring them back. Like you may as well just celebrate, you know, the joy that they brought. Well, they're not gone.
Doesn't go anywhere.
That's right.
They still have their physical body, but they can still chill with you. Physical body.
Right. It says, people don't laugh, but my friend had a bad time with the dead person, and he did that to the friend. What did he do? He was emoting at their funeral? Was he like dancing on their grave? He was like, doot, 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 doot. What is this? Average stock price. Damn, look at this. He's just looking at the stock price here. Microsoft, it was $48 back in 2016, and now it's up to $433. What? That's nutty, dude. How the fuck did they do that? That's gotta be a typo. Damn, bro, every word I type and when I read it back feels weird. Brazilla, are you doing nitrous oxide right now? Woo! Are you doing some nitrous that we don't know about? You're like, damn, bro, I type a word and read it back. Whoa, my hands. Damn, but yeah, like, seriously, from 2016, so in 10 years, their stock price fucking more than quadrupled. Like, And what did they come out with in that time? Like what what big things did they come out with since 2016? I feel like that's got to be a typo. Like how? Ow. Wow. And they just keep fucking up though, because like look at from 2025, they've lost like $30 in their stock price. That's crazy. Yep, I would never touch anything before going to a funeral. Can't trust people around me. Oh, oh, not in India. Let me tell you. No, I don't know. Is that right? In India, is it like that? You can't trust anybody over there? Oh, what am I doing? Let's go back to YouTube. Yeah, I gotta clear my history, I think. Is this stuff? Indian weddings and funerals are two different. That is true. Oh, you said I'll be getting married in my 27 to 28. I'll surely invite you. Well, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? The new Epstein depositions are insane. Yeah, I bet. Mwah, 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 mwah. It sounds like it. He is a man with a plan. Let me tell you. Oh, you had one, but she left you in COVID? Well, I'm sorry for your loss. That COVID, man. They're taking people out, let me tell you. Oh, wait, is she still alive? You guys just broke up? Do, 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 do. Oh, this guy hacked a Temu router. What I found should be illegal. Ah, I wish I had my nitrous oxide then. Yikes. Oh, is she really? Oh, no. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I was just making a joke, but let's grab a cutie Brazil and tell her, you marry me now. And then boop her snoot, and that marriage will be secured. Take it from me. That is sage. Boop. That is sage-like advice from Bomb Diver. Boop. Cat approves. See, she just booped. She just booped. I'm kind of interested in what this guy found on a Temu router. But am I really? Because he looks like he's geeking out like hardcore. Anywho. Will own nothing and be miserable.
A brief history of drinking, presented by ABC.
The beer funnel, designed to deliver cheap beer at
No.
AI CEO Mustafa Suleyman is predicting most white-collar tasks could be automated within 12 to 18 months. He says that the shift is already visible in software engineering.
I'd love to do that. I think we all would. Just cut out all the shenanigans, right? Just go right to it.
AI has already transformed the work by driving the next generation of robotics across industry and across defense. Humanoid robots emerging as the future of warfare. The U.S. accelerating AI integration into combat operations. San Francisco-based Foundation Future Industries is developing humanoid robots built specifically for military use. The company's
Oh, that's fucking terrifying. Well, here it is. Skynet. Right here. And look at the guy in the background. I mean, as far as supervillains go, like, he's got a evil scowl on his face, does he not? I mean, the way he's looking at that robot. This guy in the front looks like he's being forced to work on this robot by the guy behind him.
He's also scaling commercial deployment across the country in manufacturing, including in the auto sector. Joining me now is Foundation Future Industries CEO, Sanket.
Oh, there he is. Jesus. Did you see that little smirk he gave her?
This morning. Thank you so much for being here. First, let me get your reaction to what you heard from the Microsoft AI CEO, that all those jobs are turning to automation. You also have the CEO of Anthropic, Dario, who also made a similar comment. He said, and he's probably like the most safety-focused CEO in the AI industry. He says AI will eliminate 50% of entry-level white.
Oh, you don't have. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. That, I mean, and not to mention, that's going to be super expensive. Like flights to India, that's going to be like super expensive. So you don't have to buy us tickets, but we will discuss the invite when it happens. Plus, you haven't even booped anyone on the nose yet. So first things first, you gotta take life step by step as it comes at you. But thank you for offering that. But I couldn't ask that of anyone to buy us tickets all the way to India. That's crazy talk. But thank you. That's very kind, very kind. But you do not have to do that. He got that sloppy second movie sequel supervillain look. He really does, right? He's like, not like the like, you weren't our first pick for the villain, but you know, he's like the backup kind of, you know, B actor, you know, he's on the B list, right? He's like the B actor list. He's a B tier actor. You know, the guy they wanted wasn't available, or he was booked on another movie. He will be taken care of without much destruction. Yeah, he's a trying too hard kind of guy. Right. Yeah, no aura at all. He was just like when she first came in, she's like, "Oh, here's the guy." And he was like, he kind of like half smirked. He's like, I think he might be a robot.
White-collar jobs within 1 to 5 years. Your reaction?
You might be living amongst what's the word?
NPCs?
Hybrid.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, like synthoids?
I don't know what nerd word that is, but I'm gonna go with
Like hybrid, like human animal hybrids, or like robot hybrids, or android hybrids, reptilian hybrids.
I'm gonna say alien hybrid.
Alien. Ooh.
Yeah.
See, that wasn't even on my list.
I know.
Look at how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Let's break with Maria, and I actually agree with him.
She's telling you 1 to 5 years, most jobs are going away.
That's not far off, I'm sure. And hey, we're already ahead of the curve because we're both unemployed. So let's go. Go us. Yeah, us. Okay, so we're not fully unemployed. All right. We got money coming in. We've got some side hustles, but hey, you might want to start preparing, guys. Like, seriously, because jobs might be a thing of the past. Who knows? Hopefully, but not hopefully. Depends on how they bring us in there, you know? Okay, so what is it? 200K per person for a round trip. Whoa, I just checked in. What, you checked in already? You're on your way? Yeah, no, it's not cheap, dude. 2 out of 3 in the household are unemployed. Well, 3 for 3 here. I mean, we got me, Cat, and Koopy. 3 for 3. Oh, and the cats. Collectively, they count as like a half person. Probably. Oh. True. True. Yeah, the cats. But I mean, she's more freelance, really. I mean, because if there's not jobs, then she can't do reports. So she's kind of freelance.
I pick my own hours.
Yeah, she picks her own hours. So that's the definition of freelance.
Like
Really?
usually I do it the night before.
Yeah.
But
Well, I got Cooper's in the bathtub and he's getting rowdy. He's getting rowdy in there.
More and more, any kind of work that humans do today that is repetitive, anything that does not require high amounts of intellectual skill set, or even things that require high amounts of intellectual skill set but can be learned with a lot of data, all of those jobs are potentially going away.
Which is why we don't need any more mass migration, which is why Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton switched up their tune real quick. And all of a sudden, even Democrats are talking about we don't need as many migrants.
And all of
Crazy,
them
eh?
automated with humanoids or other forms of robots.
Well, this is a big statement.
Yes,
What are we
rowdy.
supposed to
He's
do
getting
about that?
rowdy
How
in
can
there.
people arm themselves with the right information to actually survive and potentially thrive in this new era?
I mean, this is, Maria, I think this is as close to the singularity as we can be. Like, I personally struggle with this question a whole
What?
lot as well.
What the fuck what did he just say? This is as close to the singularity as we've ever been. Oh yeah. From the Rowdy Roddy Piper. No, what the fuck did this guy just say? Seriously. Oh, this is the closest we've ever been to the singularity. Right? This is like some supervillain. That is exactly what the supervillain of a movie would say. This is the closest we've ever been to the singularity. What? She wasn't asking about the fucking singularity. What the fuck are you talking about?
To actually survive and potentially thrive in this new era.
I mean, this is, Maria, I think this is as close to the singularity as we can be. Like,
This is as close to the singularity as we can be. What the? What question did you think she asked? First of all, what question did you think that this woman just asked?
personally struggle with this question a whole lot as well. I don't think there's a way to stop all of the...
Yeah, it's word spaghetti. This is exactly what it is. He's like, this is the closest we've ever been to the singularity. She's talking about, like, how are people gonna survive if you're taking all the jobs? Oh, this is the closest we've been to the singularity. What the fuck does that mean?
The AI development, unless everybody decides to stop at the same time. China would not decide to stop. The US, for that reason, would not decide to stop. So this is an inevitable shift in how our economy is going to work and how humanity is going to work. And it's quite a hard question. Like,
how the economy is going to work. If nobody's working, the economy is not going to work. Like, are you guys are they retarded? Are they actually retarded? That's what I want to know. If nobody has a job, the economy is not going to work. It's going to fail.
Do not know what the purpose or the day-to-day.
I just figured it out, boys. That AI mod is site-wide. So I have it turned off, but it says regardless, the AI mod will work because there's certain words Kick will never allow on the platform. So there you go.
Right? Cuts to a wide shot of the incredible zebra man flying off the roof on a unicycle. And honestly, that is how I picture the singularity as a zebra man.
I have no control over that. If you see the AI mod, that's instituted by them. I have all that shit is off for me.
Of humans really looks like. I am, however, optimistic. I think what's going to happen is, historically, we haven't really gotten rid of slavery. We've just changed that to a financial incentive. So now people are forced
Which gave me
to
an
work
idea
jobs
just
that
now.
they don't like doing.
What? What did he just say?
Gotten rid of slavery. We've just. I am, however, optimistic. I think what's going to happen is, historically, we haven't really gotten rid of slavery. We've just changed
We haven't gotten rid of slavery, is what he just said.
that to a financial incentive. So
We changed it to a financial incentive. which he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
All people are
Which gave me an idea just now.
And then this guy over here is just
I will
talking
make
about
a little Giphy with that word.
Yeah, this
Top
guy
boy.
over here is fucking focused on his little giffies. Meanwhile, I'm actually analyzing the fucking video he's supposed to be reacting to.
Nika, you just put the little Giphy in there. Okay.
And he's just talking about his little giffies.
And do that for very minimal wage and cannot buy a house, barely can afford healthcare, barely can afford education. AI has the potential of changing all of that. It has the potential of being able to give everybody good housing, everybody good healthcare, everybody good education. And for the first time in the history of humanity, people can actually do things they enjoy doing. So that's the optimistic side of it.
What are they going to do when they ain't got no money? Because they're not working. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, right. Anyway, what is the singularity again? Meanwhile, this guy is failing at his job, which is supposed to be reacting to this video.
I do, however, worry what this means in the short term, because in the short term, it's going to be a very disruptive change. Elon's called this.
Not to mention, okay, so you're talking about we're going to take away your jobs and blah, 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 blah. What about the humanoid robots in the future of warfare, right? Like, okay, so if you're taking all our jobs and then leaving the world, you know, in peace so that we can all just enjoy our fucking hobbies or whatever, then why is there wars? We still got the wars going on. So like you're feeding two conflicting things here. If you're trying to make robots to take all the jobs and that way humanity can be in peace and just go fish all day, then who's fighting these wars? Why do we have robots fighting wars now? What?
I think a supersonic tsunami, which is probably the right thing.
Oh my God, there's one behind him.
To be an extremely disruptive change, and I think
watch out, dude.
Are going to
watch out, there's one behind you.
Struggle to keep up, but I think
is that the robot they're developing? Like seriously,
a supersonic tsunami, which is probably the right thing. This
I don't know about you guys, but
it's going to be an
I don't think we got anything to worry about.
And I think the government's going to struggle.
I could push that fucking robot over. Yeah, 99 look both skeptical and informed. 1% comment on the matter. He's not even commenting on the matter. He was commenting on his fucking animated GIFs that he's going to create later. And meanwhile, I'm talking about we have no threat right here because like look at this robot. Yeah, I think we'll be just fine. I could fucking kick that thing over. Look, and it's even chained to the ceiling because it can't fucking, it keeps falling down. Yes. We cannot forget about the animated GIFs. We need to make an animated GIF of this robot. Like it's not even moving its arms. Like, what are you guys working on over there? Where are my animated GIFs?
Where the future is quite exciting for humanity.
I'll be back.
That's the one that we're striving for.
Okay, so
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
brokered agreement with Ukraine.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife. You don't have to come and confess. We're looking for you. We gon' find you. We gon' find you. So you can run and tell back, run and tell back, run and tell back. Homeboy.
Possible. You would
where the future is quite exciting for humanity. And
Word.
We're striving for.
Okay, so let's talk about your business because Foundation striking a U.S. brokered agreement with Ukraine to deploy humanoid robots for surveillance, logistics, and other high-risk operations. These 5'9" phantom units capable of carrying more than 40 pounds, designed to operate in dangerous environments. That's the kind of robot I like to see because you would rather put a machine in harm's way than an individual. Sankat, tell us more about this collaboration.
That's the type of robot I want to see.
To the military.
I think, Maria, this is one of the areas I feel like humanoids will have one of the most profound effects. There are three big use cases that we're looking at, not only with Ukraine, but also with the Department of War within the U.S. The first
hide your gifts, hide your sites.
Logistics work, so being able to move things around, supply pickup. Now,
ooh, look at that. killers by design. If it's anything like those robots that we just saw,
what happens is when soldiers leave a building to go and do supply pickup, there are drones that shoot at them. So it's better to send human soldiers. It's better to send humanoids out versus human soldiers because they can essentially do these tasks just fine. And if they get
killer robots, remember they promised that we wouldn't get killer robots. We'll never automate the killing and targeting of humans. Look how we're openly discussing. Well, now our soldiers are going to be out there with their killer robots assisting them in their like automated squadrons.
it's Chappie. It's Chappie. We just saw it. We just watched it. We just cats grunting.
Wow. Do you see how quick that shit just changed? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, exactly. Oh, we'll never ever make robots. We'll never militarize robots. We'll never do any of that. Well, one year later, literally 1 year later, well, we're developing some robots to be in the infantry.
shot, there's less of a concern. The second kind of task that we've been asked to do is around pretty much inspection.
You're going to see these for police. I guarantee you, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're going to be the police for it. It's going to be Chappie.
First, it'll start as like surveillance units. Very simple. Little robot dog kind of thing on wheels. It just patrols streets. All it does is surveil.
Bravo 6. Bravo 6. Going dark. Jesus, what was that?
And then they'll have lethal versions of them when they get a little more sophisticated. And the robot dog spots, for example, a crime being committed, and then the lethal units arrive. And they will market it to the vast majority of the goys, and they're going to say, listen.
The goys? They're not going to copy it. They're just going to kidnap the robots and then reprogram them, I think. What was that university? What was that university called?
For your own safety. Look, we're going to make the community so much safer. We're going to put less lives on, risked to things like police will be safer. The cops will be safer. You'll be safer. Less risk overall.
Nah, fam.
Uh-huh. And then when you try to protest the government's authoritarian boot on your neck, all of a sudden, those same robot drones from the police just gun you down. Okay. Great.
Repair maintenance. So that is also not a weaponized task, but a task that is all the logistics work that happens behind the scenes.
Oh,
and the third one is that actually impacts soldiers in a big way is reconnaissance. Being able to go into buildings and breach doors and actually surveil that building, make sure it's safe for soldiers to be in. And that's going to be increasingly...
He's got a gun!
Which is more and more robots. What people don't realize is
No, you ever see that South Park episode where he's like, he's coming right for us? That's what the AI robots are going to be doing. They'll be like, oh, he's coming right for us. Ah, yes. The good old Golgotia University. They're going to be developing the next military robots. Mark my words. Kim Jong is so sad with his toys that he thinks no one's ready to play with him. No. That would be terrifying, though, if North Korea came out with AI robots. They'd fucking release those immediately.
We already have, like, compared to the Iraq War, and now we have significantly more amount of robots on the battlefield.
Gadget. Oh, yeah. Gadget military. I like that.
More precise about tactical things. For instance, if a target's in a building, instead of bombing the building, you can actually go through the building, navigate it, and get to the target. Which today,
with Chappie, with your Chappie that just was walking behind you. I don't think so, Tim. I think we're yeah. Do I have that? I don't think so, Tim. Not with that robot. Anyway. Yeah, instead of dropping a bomb. Could you imagine if we sent those robots in to get that Iranian guy instead of just dropping a fucking bomb on him? And that's his argument. Oh, we'll send these weird retarded robots in there and they could capture him. He'd fucking kick that thing over. Yeah.
Targets in a building and become a little bit more precise about tactical things. For instance, if a target's in a building, instead of bombing the building, you can actually go through the building, navigate it, and get to the target, which today human soldiers do. And we are more and more hopeful that humanoids and robots are going to do that.
That is so exciting.
Exciting?
Senkat, and I know
That is so exciting, bro. Door clearing robots, right? Door to door, just breaching down houses. They're going to be trained in some urban battlefield. Totally. And then we're going to deploy them against the citizens of the state, you know, because why not? We need to control the proletariat. Wow. So exciting for Karen behind her giant gates in her private community. The T-800 Goyanator. Holy shit, dude. In a dense urban, and you don't think they'll be trained to do that shit here? God, these people, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, of course they will.
And this is how they get you, too. They normalize.
They make an undergo. Ooh. Ooh. Big brain. That's it. Yeah, like Undercover Spy. Big brain. Like that movie. What was that movie that came out recently? There was a movie with Megan Fox, wasn't it? Hang on. Megan Fox Android. Ah, this one. Subservience. Yes. You ever seen this one? So apparently she is an android robot. And then she like goes and she's supposed to be, you know, like helper robot. I'm not going to play the sound because I don't want to get another fucking 9,000 copyright strikes. So she's a robot. And he's like, Daddy, can we bring her home? He's like, hell yeah. But then she eventually tries to take over the house and goes rogue. Not quite Chappie, but right? And it's not cheating because it's a robot, right? Right? That's how he's playing his cards. He's like, well, it's not cheating, honey, because she's a fucking android. Yeah, I can't if I know if I play the whoa, hello. Yeah, Megan Fox. God. She's something else. But yeah, I can't play it's already in the trailer. Yeah, I can't play trailers really because the last time like it was like freezing my stream because YouTube was like getting a bunch of copyrights, not strikes, but copyright. Like, hey, but I was just watching movie trailers. Like I wasn't even watching anything terrible like that a copyright would be like, no, take that down. But yeah, I haven't seen this one. We might have to find that one. Looks like a good one. Yeah. Yeah. Let me finish this up. Hey, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta use the head. back, guys. So, am I reading that right? I'm giving you Sam Altman vibes. No, I'm not that. I'm not that manipulative. Blacklisted, Avengers Doomsday, and Insta Reels and all. Okay. Well, good, because I did watch a video the other day. Like, I was all in on Avengers when Endgame, all the movies like prior to Endgame were great. And after that, it literally ended with Endgame. I did not like anything that came out after Endgame, really. I tried to, like, I really, really tried to like some of the movies. Shang-Chi was good. It was, but it wasn't their greatest. And then the Eternals, like, massively fell off. But supposedly they leaked the early kind of plot line and script of Avengers Doomsday. And I won't spoil it for you. But, so watch it. Just watch it is all I'm saying. But Marvel as a whole, kind of, yeah, we did. After Endgame, we all had post-nut clarity. We're like, oh, superhero movies are kind of dead. And that's how it feels. Which was a shame too, because like Doctor Strange was a great movie, right? Sent you a Reddit post of mine. Oh, do you want me to look at it now? Hold on. I want to get through this movie or this video of the weird supervillain robot guy. But let me see. I forget what I was saying. Let's see if we can get through this one.
Normalize this,
Gotcha. Yeah, Marvel, I just feel like they massively fell off, and I think it's the curse of Disney, honestly. Every company that Disney bought they have kind of fucking ruined.
Some Karen's cooking and making food for herself and her cats right now. She's like, wow, the Goyanator 800. That sounds real helpful. I can't wait until they get these Goy bots out here in the streets for us. They're gonna be life changing. The cops are not going to be being killed anymore. Criminals are finally going to be stopped. Retard Karens.
Oh, well, look, you're a government contractor, right? You're working with the Department of War on dual-use humanoid robots designed to support warfighters and strengthen the defense industrial base. What's possible here, Senket? With the Trump administration involved in onboarding this process, how do you see that partnership accelerating? And can that kind of robotics give America an edge, even a bigger edge, when it comes to the military and military AI?
I love how they put the Freedom Tower over here. Like, is that necessary? Why do they put this here? They could have put nothing right here, but they had to put this right here.
They're drooling over this shit.
So first thing, I do want to commend the administration for being very forward-thinking in this regard.
Oh, there he goes again. Look at the robot. Oh, he's doing the sidestep now. Look at this fucking robot.
For being very
He's doing the MC Hammer dance behind him. He's like, can't touch this. Can't touch this.
Very focused on reducing procurement and really holding defense contractors accountable, which is like common sense business that has not happened so far. What is that enabling companies like us to do is build products that are competitive, that can undercut on price and capability to the traditional primes and be able to offer that to the Department of War. And we're very excited about it. Like that's generally, I think, going to be one of the biggest game changers. Will enable a lot more modern technology to be integrated into Department of War. I think the general principle that I believe the president's whole foreign policy, kind of like majority of his foreign policy is based around, is a peace through strength. And I don't think...
And these idiots really think they're going to build enough of these humanoid bots and that their output and production is going to be so high that we grow our way out of the national debt. I shit you not. This is the plan. This is literally the plan. This is what the administration thinks it might happen. This is what all the tech CEOs told them. If we build enough of these humanoid bots and the production far outstrips the cost to service the debt, we will literally grow our way out of the debt ceiling. Holy shit. We do not have serious people.
No. Everybody's lost their fucking mind.
Hundreds of thousands of humanoids and just robots ready to be deployed. And I think that is... Sorry, Mary,
Go ahead. No, go ahead, please.
Oh, that is probably the single biggest accelerant of peace in our...
yeah, please, bro.
So that's the piece we're most excited about. We think in a paradoxical way, more humanoids in the military means there's more peace around the world.
Yeah. That we're aware of. I think they've hidden a lot of it. And at this point, it's just an imaginary number. And honestly, I don't think they ever plan on paying it back. Not to mention, who do we owe? Yeah, that's what I mean. It's still up because they've been propping it up, and so it's 30 trillion that we know of. It's probably way north of that.
That's what's on the books.
Yeah, that's what's on the books. It's way north of that.
Fed,
and
the Fed is owned by the Rothschild family. I think.
Right.
So we owe the Rothschilds. So we're slaves to the Rothschilds.
Yeah.
And they live in Israel.
Right.
And that's really what this entire war is about.
Right. Boom. Roasted. In case you didn't know.
What the logic is that? More Goyanators is more peace. Okay. And then some adversarial...
Allegedly.
Oh, allegedly. Right. We're supposed to say allegedly.
The Epstein files that Epstein worked directly for the Rothschild family. But he's paid through the Israeli government. So, yeah. The CIA, Mossad, and Israel were all created in the same year.
Coincidence? Or conspiracy?
Nation just happens to take control
Coincidences. I believe in zero coincidence.
of 10,000 Goyanators and lets them loose out on the streets.
What is a Goyanator?
Really? Really? So there's just
He
going to be
keeps
like
calling
massacres and
these
stuff from horrible,
robots Goyanators.
security or whatever the fuck's going on. They're getting
What the
hacked. Someone
is a
breaks into the
Goyanator?
secured network, and all of a sudden, Goyanators are just terminating literally everybody. Okay. We had a massive security. We fixed it. We patched it. Don't worry, guys. Your UBI is coming in next month. Stop complaining, or we'll cut you off. Okay.
Love it, but isn't China trying to do the same thing?
Wow.
Sankat, do you have a robot behind you, walking behind you right now?
I do. The robot comes in and
Can
out.
we see that robot? Can we see
Oh,
that robot?
yes,
Yeah,
yes. Can we please see the robot again? Please.
It's just
Oh,
walking back and forth behind us.
there he is.
There he is.
What the?
I am the Goyanator.
Oh, hello.
So this is Phantom, our robot. This is the autonomous machine that works in factories and warehouses. We've helped build over 20,000 cars last year, and also works with Department of War. What we're doing behind
what if he
right
did
now is
just
we're
kill that guy?
testing, its new AI policy, which enables the robot to autonomously walk and move itself, including its upper body.
Of course.
So that's what we're seeing behind us.
And you're saying that humanoid robot behind you helped build thousands of cars?
Last year, these robots helped build about 20,000 cars in U.S. factories.
Damn.
Holy shit.
These robots were building cars
Yeah,
already.
this is very exciting, Sandcat. Totally, dude.
Robots.
This is literally the plot to Terminator playing out in real life. We're just the frogs enjoying the warm water at this point. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Quoting Terminator 2, it is in your nature to destroy yourselves. We're done. It's over. I called up my local gun store, and they're out of plasma rifles in the 40-watt range. FML. Anybody got any spare plasma rifles laying around? Uh-huh. Holy hell, dude.
Don't make it good. Yeah.
You got an iRobot quote here. Reminds me of that line in the movie iRobot. It goes something like, I miss the old days. You mean when people didn't kill each other very often? No, when it was only people who killed people. Unreal. And we will suffer. Dicks rolling.
Blah, blah, blah. This guy. What else is he watching here? Oh, that was it? I thought that video. Oh, my.
Save this one for tomorrow. Let's do one more. Let's see how the housing market is going. I've heard nothing but bad things.
We've got a new report, and it finds there are 30% more more realtors than there are homes for sale. Mitch Rochelle joining us now. Not
Guy
a good
just
time to be a
watch
realtor,
Fox
right, Mitch?
Fox News.
Absolutely
And
not.
react to the
reason
videos.
for that, and it's largely the listing agents
Submit
versus the number of
clips,
homes that are
articles,
on
and
the market. There are
videos.
1.3 million listing agents and 1 million homes on the market. And the reason for that is sellers'
What is this?
expectations.
Tribe of Men at
Is
yahoo.com.
still considerably higher than what the market
Who
can
is
bear.
this guy?
If you lower the
Legion
price,
of
there will be a
Men.
buyer at a lower price. It's a very efficient market, but there's a certain.
Well, if you like this guy's take or not take, go ahead and subscribe to Legion of Men over here. I don't know. You know, you're supposed to be reacting to videos when you watch them. Just saying. He was talking a lot about animated GIFs and not much else. Goyinators. He was talking about Goyinators, and now he's going on to the housing crisis. I know. Displays image of Freedom Towers. Dun, dun, dun. Whatever. But yeah. Hey, if you wanted to take down a country, just build all your robots to look like Megan Fox. That's all you got to do right there. And then to come in and just start stripping, and all the men would throw down their guns and be like, "Oh fuck." Right? Yeah, we cracked the code right there. Just make all your androids look like fucking Megan Fox, and you could take out any country that you wanted. Oh no. Are you talking about the debt? Twice smaller than India? No. Yeah. Uh-oh. He broke that paintbrush too, honey. The paintbrush. Pulled
What do we do about that?
No, nothing. Just he pulled the top off of it. Anywho. Oh, geez. Yeah, people run away in terror. 10 million square kilometers versus 3 million square. Yeah, but it's not just geographic. It's, you know, economy and businesses of scale, etc. You know, it's not just geography. The debt isn't based on geography. You know, it's based on how much money we're shoveling over to Israel, really. If I'm being completely honest. How much money we're throwing away on war and freaking weird android sex robots. Boop. Exactly. Exactly. Chase them down for a boop. Boop.
You should have a boop command
Oh.
where someone can boop you.
Yeah.
And then really.
And then I'd have to.
Going.
And then yeah, like it would just be like a giant hand on the screen, and I'd have to be like. It'd be fun if it was like in a random location, so I never know where it's gonna be. But I don't know if I could do a random hand. Maybe ChatGPT can cook something up. I don't know. But hey guys, I think that's all for today. We're at 3 hours. Oh my God, we're almost at 4 hours. My God, what have I been doing with my life? Anyway, Brazilla, thank you for being here. Bomb Diver, thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. Stay cool.
Cat Spade.
Let's chill, guys. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Cat Spade. Thank you, Cooper Spade. Thank you to everybody that was here. Who else was here? Ivy Tail was here. And my chat doesn't scroll back that far. But we had a bunch of people in here. 777, Ivy Tail was here. Thank you all for being here. I love you guys. And we will see you in the next one.
Boy.
Bye bye.